I swear this rating UI thing where it says like loot and owner, it resets all the time and I have to remove this thing.
Weird. Yeah, what's up, Carl? And thank you, Demon. Glad you like it.
Dude, I thought you were going crazy, and then I remembered, oh yeah, his stream's on. Just talking to himself.
Learned it from my wife. My wife talks to herself all the fucking time. I'm like, that's a sign you're crazy, right?
You're only crazy if you get answers.
Then I remember she married me, so she's got to be anyway. So. God, my wife, dude. Have you had one of them days when you, like, I don't, with the outfit they put on or whatever, man, my wife was a fucking snack yesterday, bro. I mean, just a fucking snack. I was
meaning
like,
to talk to you about that.
yeah. I appreciate you noticing. Yeah, it's, but you know what I'm saying, right? One of them days when your wife it's either the outfit or something. You're just like, God damn. I mean, man, if we'd have separated in a grocery store, I'd have been fucking in big trouble for checking on my own damn wife out. Like, what the fuck? Come around like, who are you checking out? You fucking snack yesterday. I was like, what?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Fuck yeah. Yes, one of the reds does require more than one person to complete. That's the way it is, man. Sometimes you gotta have teamwork. Told you somebody would complain though, Trigger, didn't I? Told you.
It's funny, Nit was just talking about that. I'm surprised nobody put in a ticket yet about that.
Yep. Told you. I mean, the other ones you can solo, they're definitely not meant to be. So if you get your ass kicked, that's why they're not meant to be soloable. But yes, one functionally cannot be soloed if that's what you're asking. Yes. Solo every single piece of content we provide. That's like our number one complaint. It's like, well,
We had another complaint about a monument that was the silliest complaint just the other night, didn't we?
online game multiplayer, massively multiplayer online game.
Oh, they were complaining about Atlanta having zombies.
What?
Yeah, they were complaining about Atlanta having zombies.
If anything, I should be the one complaining about it, 'cause people are cheesing the shit out of them for like free kills and shit. So that's funny.
You should have seen the chat though. The chat was just basically saying, "Did you ever watch The Walking Dead, or did you realize you connected to a zombie server?" Or
Right.
They were defending the crud out of it because Atlanta's really cool. Like so much work went into that, but that was their chief complaint was zombies in Atlanta all over the place. They're everywhere. Yeah. The long-winded answer to your question there, Carl, is that was what somebody like one of the things people were complaining about a bunch was Atlanta and the zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. I mean, like the main. The only other thing that requires two people I could think of would be opening Negan's door. But I mean, like, let's face it, if you're gonna go fight Negan, you're gonna need more than one person anyway. Or you're just gonna get fucking lasered. Well, you're probably gonna get lasered either way, but you know what I mean. Like physically opening his door requires two people. Trying to think, but yeah, that one place, yeah, it was the prison, wasn't it? The one that we did that on with the more than one person.
Yeah. That's it. Well, the thing is, like, I even went and screwed around in Atlanta when we first dropped the map, and of course I died a bunch, but it was fun to just try to see like how prim I could try to run through that place. And I had an AK, but I was getting quickly overwhelmed.
Yeah. He said he saw people rage quit last night because of zombies. That's awesome.
I just died to a random patrol heli. Dang it. Vanilla heli just rolled past me and murked me.
We got some heli testing to do tonight too.
I know. I do have D&D later on tonight. So, depending on the timing.
That's okay. We should have enough people either way, so it's fine.
Don't be jealous.
Only need a handful. No, I'd love to go play a campaign with you guys someday. It'd be cool. But we only need a handful, so we should be all right.
You guys do that online, don't you?
Yeah, it's digital. I had to come up with a new character idea, and I decided to go with a warlock. His name's going to be Gorf, and he's an exceptionally powerful warlock with one crucial flaw, and that's because he can't read.
That's a flaw.
It's gonna be very hard for him to cast spells because he can't read anything.
Wait, so you're role playing a Rust player?
Wow.
Hey, after running these servers for this many years, I think I have the right to say that.
You don't if it wasn't accurate, but it's accurate, so you're good.
Jesus Christ, it's so accurate. My favorite was like, what was it like? Oh yeah, the store thing. Where like the very first sentence is literally, if you're looking for the free respec, it's still there. Click this link. Like somebody's like arguing with me, it's gone. I'm like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. I tried. Just read. I did read. It's gone. I'm like, dude, the first fucking sentence. Oh.
Nice. 2 miniguns.
Too many guys.
Yeah, I just did oil rig. Got 2 miniguns out of it.
Oh, no.
Love it.
Can't for the life of me find this. Oh, is it that? Yeah, there it is.
That looks like one of the things I reported.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
These new rocks are so unintuitive with tunnel entrances because none of them just fit the shape very well. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, welcome back, Deadshot. Good to see you around again. So weird having people come and go over the years and like, you know, just especially myself, how much time I have to spend here, like doing things and working on stuff. And you know, obviously the admin team too, but you know, admins can come and go. They can take like they can take a couple days or a week or a month and take it off and not do shit, and it's fine. I don't really have that option, so it's kind of weird, like people coming and going, and you don't even realize how much time has passed. It's like, oh yeah, that person had been around a couple months, and you look, it's like years and shit, and you're like, whoa, it's crazy. Speaking of which, I sure hope Rocket Rebel's okay. It is not like him to even fucking go a day without at least chatting or something.
No shit. And he had top voter too, so that's kind of what we noticed.
Thanks for the follow, by the way. But yeah, it's like something's really wrong. Like even in his most ragey moment in history, you know, where he's just like, fuck all this shit, where he's just, you know, his real life's collapsing. And he's fucking raging at people on the server and just totally, because let's face it, he's had moments before where he's just fucking fuck everything. Even then, I mean, he's even left the Discord in before, but still would reply to DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like even in his most angry moments would still reply to DMs and, you know, and talk about things. So like the fact that First of all, nothing happened, so it's not like anything happened to make him leave. But you know, all of us DMing him to check on him to make sure he's okay, and he's not responding to anybody is very scary. Like that, it has me really worried. Don't want anything to happen to him.
All right, I'll meet you in the UK. We'll go find him.
Fucking dude, let's do it. We're about to take a fucking trip. What neighborhood he lives in? Ain't got a clue what he fucking looks like though, so I'm not gonna fucking find him.
Are you Rocket Rebel? Are you Rocket Rebel? That's not creepy.
Walk down the street with a mega horn.
Right. Fucking a bunch of Brits like fucking Americans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm Canadian, bitch."
Same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, technically, I'm actually surprised our continent is not more united. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in Europe can say, you know, proudly say, yeah, I'm European, you know, whatever. Yeah, I know they don't really care for the whole European Union thing, but you know what I'm saying? They can still say, yeah, I'm European, you know, whatever. But like in America, like from the fucking tip of Brazil all the way up to the top of Canada is all the American continent, North America, South America. Like, why are we so divided? I love my Canadian border friends.
I guess you could say the same thing about like Africa too, though, in Asia.
Yeah, but they still say they're African. Or people in Asia still say they're Asian.
You think so?
Yeah, think about it. If you meet someone who's from, granted now on their personal discussions, they may be like, yo, yeah, I'm from North Korea or South Korea or whatever, you know, but in ultimate of it, you know, it's like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm Asian. Or, oh, I'm African or blah, blah, blah. You never hear anyone say, you know, from anywhere outside of the United States, say, I'm American, because, I mean, technically they are. I think the problem is that we kind of took over the name to our country, you know, United States of America, and and over the years have just shortened it. Everybody just says America, where in actuality, we're not technically America. We're the United States of America. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I think us kind of only using the final word in that phrase is kind of accustomed people to thinking of America as thinking of the United States, but it's not. We're the United States. It's technically what our country is.
Yeah, and then you have Canadians, Mexicans, and then what? I guess each one individually in South America, but yeah, everyone here is from the Americas.
Yeah,
versus
even South America. I mean, now you could say I'm North American or South American, and that'd be legit, but technically they're all from America. This talk hurts your brain. Why does it hurt your brain, Freaky?
I don't know. I guess realistically, you could just say, "Oh, I'm from the Americas." Right,
yeah.
Because North and South America, and they're like, "Oh yeah, really? What part America?" Like,
yeah.
Well, what else do you even say? Like, we're not. It's just there's no other word for it that anybody's created that makes any sense currently. You know, like what are you gonna say? I'm from. I guess you could say I'm USA, right?
That's or you say I'm from the US or the United States or whatever.
Yeah, in the Olympics they say USA. They don't say America.
Yeah,
so.
Which is the proper way. Again, I think it's all the fact that over the years, we as, you know, United States people have just always just said America or American, kind of just almost taken over the continent name. I mean, hell, look at other things though. Like, you know, you got, you know, black people in America saying that they're African American, would never even set foot on the continent and probably would hate every minute of it if they did. It's like, well, you're not, or they call themselves African even. Well, I'm African. Well, no, you're not. You've never even been to the country. Like, you're not African.
Yeah, not to like go on like politically correct, but I don't even think that's even politically correct anymore, right? It's because you're just American.
Yeah, the good news is that's died down a lot, but it's still a pretty big thing. There's still, I mean, you know, again, I'm married to a black woman, so a lot of her friends I talk with and stuff are still on that premise of like, no, I'm African. Well, no, you're not. Like, I know your ancestors may have come from there, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but you're not. Like, mine came from Italy, and I like to claim I'm Italian, you know, when we're talking about food and shit like that, which I grew up in an Italian family, so obviously don't have roots to that, but ultimately I don't call myself an Italian. I'm fucking American.
Right, isn't there, that's just the difference between like, that's like a difference between your cultural thought, like cultural heritage versus your actual, like, where are you from?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're American, but your cultural heritage is Italian.
Love to drink. They're like, yeah, I'm Irish. No, you may have like your great grandfather may have been Irish, but you're not. You're born and raised here.
You said if he pale and he likes to drink, I guess I'm Irish.
What country are you from? I keep saying freaky, Fresky. I mean, I guess I could look it up on Battle Measures, but I don't remember what country you're from. I got a Canada commercial on right now. Do you know, Trigger, that we actually have commercials about Canada right now in our country?
Oh, the Netherlands isn't that small.
Oh no, Netherlands is awesome. I love all those areas, all them areas up in like this whole Scandinavian area, like Netherlands and Sweden and Denmark and all that shit. Though that area would probably be my second choice on a list of like, hey, you know, your whole family is gone and you want to start over somewhere new. Where would you go? They're probably second place on my list of places.
Now, granted, I mean, if you consider the fact that like Netherlands is probably the same size as Massachusetts, then it might be considered small compared to other countries, but it's definitely not the smallest country.
Yeah, I mean, United States is fucking huge. United States is huge too.
Yeah, United States is a lot bigger than a lot of people think. That's why it's kind of funny when people are like, "Oh, you're not cultured." It's like, no, it's just just you could like drive 50 hours and still be in America. Like, I'd love to travel and go to other countries and whatnot, but it would take me like 20 hours to get to one.
Well, that and we're so isolated too. We're surrounded by oceans on all sides, so it's kind of hard to just fucking up and let me go drive over to Germany real quick.
Well, realistically, you have Canada above, Mexico and below, but there's no connecting roads between Mexico and South America. Like fully, right? It stops somewhere after before Cambodia or something like that. So you have to fly into another country anyways to get into like South America.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you count Alaska too. United States is really fucking huge.
Well, Alaska like takes up like is like the third the size of the United States in total.
Yeah, it's most of our damn landmass is Alaska. Yeah, that was a great fucking purchase when we got it. Talk about a steal.
Oh, the resources that Alaska has was crazy.
Yeah, it was a great fucking purchase.
You gonna start popping down missile silos on these maps?
Yeah, now that we see it's working out okay, not causing any problems like it did before, absolutely.
Yeah, because I love it. I've ran it like 3 times already this wipe, and I'm having a great time with it.
Yeah, that's good shit.
I would expect that at the end there'd be more like good like an elite crate or something, because Oil Rig has like 2 or 3, but Missile Silo has 1, and it has more heavy scientists in a way.
That's weird. Well, it's the newest one. Maybe Face Punch is starting to lean towards my style, where things should be more challenging and not as big fucking fat loot boxes everywhere.
Well, granted, there is a lot of mill crates spread throughout the whole thing, so I think it's worth like the effort for sure. But yeah, look, Presky says I could take a 25-minute drive to go to Germany to get groceries because it's cheaper there. That's wild.
That's insane, dude.
You know what 25 minutes gets me to? Work. It gets me to work.
That's another thing a lot of people don't realize is like they're like, oh, Americans gotta have all their cars and their big trucks and this shit like that. Y'all don't realize like the kind of shit we had to drive through and over and around, and like we have large distances to do, even in some of the cities.
Yeah, I had to drive 60 miles to work when I was on the East Coast. I drove 60 miles each way to work.
Yeah, it's just to get to the nearest like Walmart is about 25 minutes for me. But yeah, I mean, I can't walk anywhere around here. There's nowhere, or ride a bicycle. Whatever. There's none of that shit. My God.
I would love to ride like a bicycle or something to work, but the thing is anywhere there's jobs is just the major city, and there's no housing developments. They put all the housing developments on the suburbs and whatnot, which is miles away with traffic. So
yeah, things are very spread out here. Actually, the city I live near. I don't live in the city anymore. I live out in the country, but the city I live near is one of the most spread out major cities in America too. Like Atlanta is like, if you look at the skyline of Atlanta, you'd be like, wow, that's not much of a skyline. There's not many buildings there. Yeah, there are. You just got to turn because like they're so spread out. Like you got the north side, the southwest side, the east side. It's all spread out so much. It's not like New York.
Somebody's at my custom.
Uh-oh.
We're looking at each other.
Uh-oh. Y'all done fucked up, man. Nick got one of the best custom build spots we've ever made. Like, well, not the best, but just the coolest, like the neatest. He had to wait. Admins have to wait. They have to wait 48 hours before they're allowed to have a custom build spot. That way, it gives the players time to claim it first. But Nick got it, and it's a good one. It's in a crazy location. I give a reward for people watching the stream. Check Herschel's farm. That's the only hint you're gonna get. So I'm gonna take this elevator out and just put ladders or something, since we've been having so many problems with custom elevators lately. I already gave the hint. All the hint I'm gonna give. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna put a ladder here. I gotta rebuild this monument eventually. This thing is so old. It's made out of fucking player pieces and all kinds of stupid shit.
What are you talking about, T?
This old monument. Genetic lab.
Oh yeah.
It is made out of like high quality floors and shipping containers and shit. Like no cubes, no nothing. Very unoptimized.
Oh, you're just getting rid of the elevators?
Yeah, we've had so many fucking issues lately, man. I'm not in the mood for that.
I hate those elevators. Last time we ran this, the electronics were completely bricked. They just didn't do anything.
What was weird is I didn't even rewire them. I literally I loaded the map editor, I looked at them, and they looked fine. I told you to check them again, and they looked fine.
Yeah, the thing is in testing before we ran it, it worked fine in testing, and then we loaded it live, and nothing worked. So I'll probably get some of that testing in. I don't know, soonish. I need to make some food, but I'm waiting for maintenance to come and fix my fire alarm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I repeat it again for the people in the back? Nope.
Repeat what?
I gave a hint about the custom build spot.
Oh, gotcha.
Kind of gave like a locational type generic hint.
Unfortunately, Fresky, some custom build spots had to get removed because with the rock update, some of them were made out of like rocks or had rocks around them to create them to what they are, and those are lost to the ages, lost to the face punch fuckery.
Yep. We still added a bunch to this.
My dragon. And Kong, probably that whole map.
The alarm isn't meant to be when you leave it. I mean, it's for, when you enter it, actually. I'm surprised how many people hate the fact that I built an alarm system into that bunker. I mean, I guess
it's kind of neat.
I guess one of these days I can just get rid of it, but I was like, damn.
Don't get rid of it.
Tired of seeing people complain.
As one of the people that love building in those, don't get rid of that.
Yeah.
I like knowing that people are at my door.
Right?
I saw actually a new player at my base here. They were trying to peek at my door. It's a one-way though, so I could see them. They couldn't see me, so I chased them down. Luckily, it was a new player, so I did a greet while I was there. Nobody cares. Canada's playing Finland currently on TV.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit out of Rust.
If Canada wins, we play the U.S. again. That should be fun.
Yeah, they do. So now my question is, how do I want to make the transition up to that ladder from down here? Guess I could have like a a beam going across, and then like another ladder, and you kind of go up and parkour across to that ladder. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. Just gonna kind of like a little beam going across here that people can jump. Actually, players can technically just jump. Oops, wrong. Like that's a cave puzzle. Look how wide that is. So people can technically jump from one ladder to the other, but I'll still make something going across. Yeah, that'll. Yeah, that should be fine. Don't want to deal with any more elevator problems.
This isn't the one with Kitsap, is it? That's the other one. Armageddon, right? No.
This is
Shit, which one's?
Isotope.
I'm pretty sure it has Kitsap, doesn't it?
This monument is no, it's genetics.
No. I meant meaning this map has Kitsap on it, right?
That's that's my underground thing here, isn't it? Or the under the mountain thing?
No, that's my count.
Oh.
Kitsap is like the giant harbor with the submarines.
Oh yeah, I think it's on the west coast right here. Yeah,
Yeah, because that also has elevators, lots of them.
lovely.
Granted, no. Yeah, no, they were causing the same issues. This is the map. Yeah, Kitsap. Yep, the top
Yeah.
one.
I'll work on it. I haven't even got to that grid yet. What's up, Patrick? And Fresky, no, alarms don't attract horde.
If you want, I could throw it in the map channel just so that it's in doesn't get forgotten.
Well, let me when I get to that grid. I haven't even started on that grid yet.
Oh right, yeah. No, I'm tracking.
So that's weird. He reported. Oh, I think it's before I put the lighthouse here. I've done a lot of work on this map that I haven't uploaded yet because he reported this road goes nowhere, but I didn't have the lighthouse here at first. I bet that's what it was before the lighthouse was on there. Steep ass road. Bradley gonna need some extra horsepower to get up that one.
Jeez.
It's a little
Like a sledding tunnel. Or
Yeah.
a sledding road.
little bit. Be fun with the motorcycle.
You run in the road there, you get over that ridge, and a Bradley just smokes you right in the face. Oh, yay, phone.
Yeah, map testing is cool, man.
You're back.
That's why you keep seeing the pauses in my work, is because I'm scrolling through what map testers are showing me so I can fix stuff. What we got here?
Fresky, the answer to your question is no, as long as you actually have some time to commit to a little bit here and there.
We don't have time requirements. So I can tell you the extremes of both ends. Like, we're not trying to get people to be fucking on the map every fucking day of the week, testing and testing and testing. Like, we're not looking for that. But at the same time, we've had people join the map tester program. We go through like, an hour of training them how to do everything. A month later, and they've never even logged into the test server one time. So there's like both ends of the spectrum there. All we want is just people who are like, you know what? I played for a little while today. Let me go check off a square or two on the map real quick for T, and then I'm going to go back to doing what I want to do. Just stuff like that.
Dude, talk about your rake thing again.
My rake thing? Well, that was more for the admin team, but
Yeah, but it's perfect here, too.
kind of. Except these.
Let's face it, there's 768 squares per map. And what happens if everybody grabs a rake?
If everybody rakes the leaves, then it'll get raked up quicker. And we can
all
move
get
on.
to play.
Honestly, if the players really think about it, the quicker we get through the map testing and get all these rocks fixed, the quicker we can get on to putting out new maps. Like, I have 7, like that Atlanta map. We've been sitting on that Atlanta map working on it for like 2 years now. We just had never finished it. And I have like 7 maps like that have literally just, all they need is us to finish them. But we don't have time, so we got to keep replacing rocks and testing rocks and fixing rocks. And so map testers, they hold the key in their hand to us hurry up and getting new maps out. 90% of the map testers we get, they join and they literally never do a thing. They literally just leave. Now, some of them are awesome. Like, hell, Morty was a great map tester, and now she's staff. But majority of them, like 90%, like it's that high. Literally do it, and then they never even try once. Abilities in the fun, but they don't want to actually help. So it's almost like just a badge for them. Like, it's like a title in Discord for them. Like, oh, I just wanted the title, but they don't actually help. And that's just, that wastes our time so much because we got to train them and go through all this shit, and then they don't do shit. So it's like, what the fuck? And it's fine.
Counter thought is they think it's one thing, and then it's not what they expected it to be. So,
like, map testing can be fun. Like, we have to run monuments and stuff, so we all get on there, we team up together, and we give ourselves kits, and we run monuments, and we do all kinds of fun shit. Like, there's fun stuff too.
Custom plugins.
Yeah, testing plugins. I use my map testers to test plugins all the time.
Yeah, I just did an audit of all our map testers, and from the last batch we hired, and basically had to delete about 2/3 of the map testers because they, after the testing, they didn't log in, and it had been like 22, 24 days, so they just get removed.
Never even tried.
Never even logged in after the testing, or after the training, I should say.
Moon's a map tester. The Moonhowler talking to you in chat right there is a map tester. There is no requirements. Like there's no time requirement.
Your time zone, your time zone wouldn't really matter. It's your own time when you can do it.
You're not paired up with us when you test. You just have access to the server. You have access to certain admin abilities, and you just go check stuff. Literally, when you're bored, you just go check stuff.
Yeah.
Join it almost like they just want to get the title. Or the other problem is they'll join it, and what they do is they fucking play Rust ham. I mean, just hard as a motherfucker. 18 hours a day, play. And then at the very end of the wipe, when they're starting to get bored, like the end of the month, when they're starting to get bored with Rust, waiting for the new wipe, then they're like, okay, I want to go test now. It's like, well, it's too late. Like the whole month is going by. I already had to have a new map ready by then. Like I like the time I need the most testing is the beginning of the wipes, when like a map just went live and I got to start getting another one ready. I need the most testing, and these people, they all just wait until the end of the wipe when they're bored. Well, by the end of the wipe, I already had to have the map done because it's about to go live. Like I don't have time. I don't have time to wait until the end of the wipe. But in all, most of them just, they don't even bother. They just never even try. Personal. I was like, we're not mad at them or nothing. Just remove their access, and that's that.
Yeah, and for SK, not every single not everything requires people to test with you. That was just one specific example of something where we needed multiple people.
Yeah, no worries, bud.
Sorry, I'm reading chat now. I didn't realize so many people were chatting there.
Yeah, so it usually takes about an hour for the training. We do 2 sets of training. One is for the rocks, because it's the most tedious, but yet it's the most important part of it. Without rocks, I mean, you fall through maps, you get stuck in crevices, stuff like that. So that's the first thing we do. It takes about an hour to go through. You ask questions. We show you what you're looking for, how to report. You get access to the Test2 server. You get access to the forums to post the issues that you do find. And then we usually keep you in that role for a map or two. And if you express interest in moving on to the next set of training, which is where we used to call it our normal training, or our normal testing, where we do make sure monuments are working properly, making sure bots are working properly. We teach you how to do that. And then, so once we do all the rocks training, or all the rocks are fixed and stuff, and the whole map is what we call green, then we move on to what we normally refer to as normal testing. But that is a separate training as well.
This is a good example of what the map testers look for. See, one of the map testers saw that this was floating right here, and they reported it, and I'm fixing it, and now it's fixed. Yeah, map testing is weird right now because of the fact that like we're doing like 2 different types of map testing because of the whole rock thing that Facepunch did on the rocks. Because all we're doing is we're taking maps that we've already run recently, so we know they're pretty fixed and pretty working. Every rock on the map, because Facepunch did that whole rock thing that we have to do. That's not normal map testing. Normal map testing is the fun shit, like helping me design monuments. Like literally, you can get in Discord and like put a switch there, put a fuse there. Why don't you make a cool little trapdoor here? Stuff like that, and help design monuments. Yeah, like that custom build spot we were just talking about. Nint was in voice and helped design that. It was, I click the buttons, he makes the directions. So that's the fun stuff. And then of course, then we log in together and we kind of test the monuments, or needs to change. You can actually get live, jump in Discord if you want to, get live and just fucking like, hey, you should change this to a red card and move that door over there to that wall over there. And there's all kinds of creative shit you can do. Thing is just making sure stuff's working correctly. I'll be right back. My wife's calling me.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Ward, to answer your question, there is no real definitive answer to that question. Every square is going to be unique and different. Some squares don't even have rocks in it, so there's really nothing to test. You could get in that square and be like, for instance, Raid Base Island. We like it flat. We like it barely free of rocks because that's where all the raid bases are spawned. We want them to spawn there, so we keep it minimal of rocks, minimal topology, minimal anything occlusion that will stop a raid from spawning there. So that's a really easy one. You can get in there and probably check it within 5-10 seconds. Now, if you're doing a cliffside, that could take a good 5-10 minutes because you have to go inside the rocks. You're looking from all the angles, up, down, left, right, making sure there's no gaps. It's all covered in the training. So if you're looking to do 1 square a day, that's map testing is probably not for you. Just because 1 square, not really a lot. What I usually do is I'll go through and I'll do a row for myself, or you're bored, you do 5-10 squares. It doesn't take that long to do that many, especially if it's flat ground. But if you're starting to do it, and I've done it where I've been testing, and I'm not really focused, or I'm getting tunnel vision, kind of looking at the same rock over and over and over. Just take a break. There's no real stipulation. You have to do this many when you're a map tester. It's just everybody that does a square helps out. It means somebody else doesn't have to test that square, that we can focus on another square or focus on another part of the map or anything like that. But you talk to any of the other map testers, like Moon's in chat right now, ask him how he does it. I mean, everybody has their own different style. Yeah, it's true, man. Once you do get going, I usually put on some music or something, and I'm just, you're flying around the map, and you're going above ground, below ground, in and out of rocks, and next thing you know, you're like 4 grids away, and you're like, whoa, how did I get here? Because the rocks aren't, or the squares aren't actually that big, so you definitely got to be careful that you're not traveling into other grids, and maybe they've already been checked off, or just marking the proper grids. It's pretty easy though. Like T said, people that have applied in the past, we've gone through the training with them, and then they just essentially ghost us, which is very annoying. I mean, if you're going on holidays, you need to take a break or whatever. It takes but 10 seconds to send a message to one of us saying, "Hey guys, I just want to go back to being a player right now. I'm getting kind of tired of map testing. No hard feelings whatsoever. Just appreciate anything you could have done or what you did do, and yeah, go back to being a player. It is what it is. Map testing isn't for everybody. It's the same when we say staff isn't for everybody. Being an admin isn't for everybody."
I'm the best map tester ever to exist. Obviously, that's a lie. What's up, Moon? Am I still in this channel?
Ugh, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Can you guys hear me?
Sorry, my wife is yapping at me. That's why I didn't know if you were talking to me or not.
Jesus.
She's
Okay.
still in my room. Yes, honey, what can I do for you? She's come to tell me about her dentist appointment. It's not tomorrow, guys. It's Wednesday, so just so everybody knows, everybody's clear. I'll pay for that one later, I'm sure.
Got him.
Let me give everybody a word of advice. When you install security cameras on your house, don't fucking give the password to your wife. It is so goddamn annoying that anytime I go anywhere, I literally just had to go to Grant. His name is Grant. It's my neighbor. I had to go to Grant's house just a minute ago. Literally. And my kid's going with me. So it's not like I'm doing anything shady. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, where'd you go? Like, why is it every time I go anywhere, you have to call me, ask me where I went? Like, don't you fucking worry about it. I'm fucking tired of this. And they always come up with an excuse. I wasn't checking. I saw motion. I was trying to see if it was my Amazon package I delivered. Really? Because that's your answer literally every other day. Oh, that shit drives me crazy. Some poop on the boss's desk. Four, 1, 2.
Got your Fresky. Thank you for that.
Oh, map tester?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Good news is map testing programs the easiest fight to get into. All you really got to have is a pulse and not be like an extremely negative, douchebag part of our servers.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah, just
Now, if we go to your profile and you have all these negative notes, that's a different story. But
even then, we've let some test. It
I was
just
gonna say, even then, I guess we've had a couple.
not like major exploiting stuff. Like oh, we found a hole in the map and he built inside of it. And map tester, honestly, not trying to insult the map testers, but more of to insult us for how picky we are on the staff side of things. Like staff apps were extremely picky. Like it could literally be something as simple as your time zone when it comes to staffing, or it could be who you associate with in the game. Like you could be the nicest person in the world, and if you associate with people that we don't exactly any kind of insider knowledge, and it's an instant no, even though you're an awesome person yourself type thing. Like, it really sucks because a lot of people take it personally. Like, oh, I applied, and then they leave the server. Like, I applied for staff and they didn't contact me. I'm quitting, and then I'm insulted. Like, no, don't be insulted. It's not you. It's us.
Oh, it's even worse. We tell people if they apply for staff, we usually watch them for a little bit anyway. See their gameplay, see what they chat about, make sure there's no red flags. But then they apply for staff, and the next day they're like gone. It's like they don't come back. Like, so you think you play one day on our server and we're going to give you staff? Come on.
The amount of times we've had people apply for staff and just flat out disappear, literally that day. Like the minute their staff app comes in, they just disappear, and we're like, well, what was the point of that? Or even worse, the amount of people that like join up or join our servers and then apply for staff, like and have like 7 hours total on our servers. It's like,
I don't even know how half the stuff works.
Right, you got it. Like even lead admins get confused about how things work sometimes, and admins. Like you got to kind of know how things work.
I don't actually know how to do my job. I'm here day to day.
I mean, it's at least a daily basis where something is in a ticket, and an admin, a full admin with years of experience, is like, oh, and let me ask somebody else, or let me check with T, or it happens every day, literally every day. So someone was 7 hours on our server, and again, it's not. We had one recently that was an amazing app, actually. I mean, amazing. Like I was like, God damn, I want to hire this dude in the real world, like to work for me. but it had like no hours on our servers. And I'm hoping, I don't think we've contacted them yet. I'm hoping we can convince them to like, hey, you know, just we'll keep your app on ice for a little while and let you get some, you know. And I don't know about you, Trigger. I want to contact the dude if he's down for that. You know, like just get some time on our server first.
Yeah, I think it's the one I'm thinking about. If it is, I'm literally creating a message to send him today.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, again, I would. It's got to be. I mean, like the dude is like it's almost like a fucking resume. Like I would fucking hire this dude, honestly. So like again, though, you got to get some time on our server though, because you got to. It's not about how great of a person and a business person you are, how intelligent you are. It's how much knowledge you got about what goes on our server specifically. Because let's face it, they're pretty fucking modded. And then on top of that too, it's hard to be picky, which we have to be a little bit, because there's like a fine balance between like, you know, letting someone in that's just a complete disgrace to our admin team and makes us look like shit, which therefore makes the servers look like shit. And the thin line between like, well, I mean, you can only choose from what you got selection of. Like if you know you don't have a bunch of good apps and you need people desperately, which we do. We need people. We need about, I think if I could snap my fingers, we would have at least 15 admins total. Active admins, and we have like fucking 4 active right now. We've almost always run with at least 12 to 16 constantly over all the years, but lately we just have had nothing to choose from and no real coming in and stuff like that. And we get some and we give them a try, and then they fucking don't stick around. So it's like, ugh, it's just hard, and it's hard to find good people when again they're just volunteers. It's not like I'm hanging their rent over their head, you know, like, hey, if you don't do what I tell you, you're going to not get your rent paid. You know, it's kind of hard to keep people or find good people like that. And yeah, if you're applying for map tester, you just put at the very first question, just only map tester. And then for the rest of it, you can just say map tester, map tester, map tester, map tester, whatever. We don't care about the questions when it's map tester. Yeah, correct. We don't really have any EU admins. We don't have any EU admins.
We had one in staff for a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, that's the other problem too, is people never stick around, man. They're just like, once they realize, oh, it's not just a fancy title and I get to fly around, like, no, there is work involved. I mean, it's not hard work. I mean, I'll tell you straight up, the 3 duties that admins have, period. Everything else is extracurricular. The 3 duties they have, as long as they do these 3 things, they're never going to hear me bitch, is greet new players, you know, welcome to the server and teach them a little bit, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, hey, don't forget your /home, you know, whatever. Greet new players, answer support tickets when you can, and answer questions in chat when you can. You know, all the dumb questions that scroll by, like, how do I get to town? You know, stuff like that. Is named. Those 3 things, those are the 3 duties of an admin. And then the key to it is only when you're on. Like, you don't, if you're, you know, rubbing one out, you ain't got to answer a ticket. You're not on the server. You know, like, well, you better not be on the damn server. But you know what I'm saying? Like there is no time crunch. Like you don't have to spend a specific amount of time being an admin. If you would normally be playing Rust, just play Rust. In the chat, answer it. If you see a ticket come in, put a pause on what you're doing and go help. We supply the admins with tools to get back to what they're doing without losing it. Like you're not going to lose, you know, your raids and shit like that. You can. But people don't like that. They join and they think it's just like, oh, I get to fly and I can spawn stuff and I can have that cool tag in front of my name. It's like, no, it's actually some work.
I was going to say, ironically, being staff limits you more than a normal player. Like there's rules set in place for staff and admins. Like we keep an eye, obviously. Like we don't allow cheating for players, so we definitely don't allow it for staff. That includes like spawning stuff in, stuff like that. So that's something we definitely take very seriously.
Yep. And yeah, the admins do have that. And that's not something that turns people off though. Once they make staff, it makes them quit or disappear or ghost us, which is the most common thing. You're taught that the whole time. Like if we call someone up for an interview, the first interview, God, I feel like we're doing one right now. The first interview is literally Trigger just spending an hour trying to convince you why you don't want to be an admin.
I literally say that the opening. I say to them, you know, this is our pre-interview. I'm basically going to try and talk you out of becoming an admin.
He does that by telling the person, the applicant, he tells them all the restrictions that are in place for admin. Believe it or not, admins are extremely restricted on our servers because, it's not very in the gaming community to let your admins play on your servers. So the fact that we do allow it, we have to have extreme fucking rules on our admin team. What I'm getting at is the people aren't quitting or disappearing because they didn't know about these restrictions. Like they're told that shit before we even decide if we're going to bring them on board. They're told that shit because the first interview is still not a yes. It's just a chance for us to talk to you because they know ahead of time about that kind of stuff. It's just weird, man. I'd say 75% of the people we bring on as staff either disappear or don't even make it. Like they just disappear. Like they're like, oh, it's not what I thought, But they don't even have the balls to tell us half the time. They just stop showing up. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? You could have at least told us ahead of time, or just been honest and said oh, I'm just in it for the title, so we can not waste our time. Well, when I ramble, I start fixing splat everywhere, don't I?
Right. Speaking of that, I am going to need your availability T for next week.
Tuesday I'm no good. Friday I'm no good. Other days I'm best during the
Friday.
day.
What you doing Friday?
I don't know. The wife's off though, so I just try to.
Oh, I gotcha.
The other days I'm best during the day, but I know what your schedule is, so whenever is fine.
Yeah, mine will be evening during the week.
That's fine.
I just sent somebody a message, so I'll try and set something up.
Hell, our admins weren't even allowed to trade with players for a long time, for years and years. There's a lot of restrictions. Obviously, you can't take part in any kind of PvP whatsoever. Could you imagine? Oh my god, it'd be a fucking night.
Well, it's like I put in chat, perception is everything, and we make sure to keep everything 100% above board.
Oh yeah.
That way there's no accusations, there's no any possible, way of accusing us of anything because we just don't do certain things. PvP is one of them.
Yep.
Now, Power Hour is a little different because that's the last hour and that's just fun.
I need to remake this.
Again, we make sure our staff and admins don't have, God on. You can kill them just as easily as they can kill you. All fair.
I'm gonna hop out of here for just a little bit. I will be around, so if I'm needed specifically, just send me a DM or ping me or add me or
speaking of,
something.
everybody's talking about ghosting. Y'all see what Nint doing, right? There it is.
Oh, he's gone. He's ghosting us
He's
now.
ghosting
Way to
us.
go, Nin.
Later, nerds.
Have fun, nerd.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be around. Just send me a message if I'm needed for something.
Fix your fire thing, your fire alarm.
I'm waiting for them. I'm about to just get out my electrical tools, and if they find my problem, then they can sue me. But I'm about to fix this thing myself.
You don't have a 9-volt battery. You told me so.
I can go get a 9-volt battery.
Oh, but when you leave, that's when they're going to call you.
Yeah.
See, it's the chicken and egg thing.
You guys are strange.
Or I'll find a 9-volt battery somewhere in this damn house. There's a 9-volt battery.
Just start going door to door to people. Hey, you got a 9-volt? Hey, you got a 9-volt?
That's what I'm saying. Is like, Anyways, you guys in a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta fix this door. The boss fight is not wired correctly. So, press this button. It needs to go down to the splitter. And from that splitter, it's going to toggle on both timers. Oh, one thing I need to do is this button needs to get power from, yes. Yes, power in that. Power in the green light. Right, power to the blocker from the generator. This timer is the one that will lock the door. So that goes to the blocker. To block the power. It's also going to go to a red light. What is this? This is red. This is green. So the red light will also get power from this so that you know that the door is locked. As a map tester, are you able to team with people you used to team with? An actual admin having restrictions? No, I'm referring to admins having all the restrictions. Map testers do whatever the hell you want. The only thing you can't do as a map tester is you and your teammates. And yes, we even refer to past teammates. Like we're not dumb. We know people can just break team and pretend like they don't team with someone. We do investigate that stuff. You and your past teammates cannot have a custom build spot for the first 48 hours as a map tester because you and your buddies have inside knowledge, and that's not fair. Admins are actually under that same restriction. Cannot have custom build spot for the first 48 hours. Don't get me wrong. They hover over them just waiting and praying that no one discovers it in the first 48 hours.
AKA Nint.
Yep. Nint got his prize, won this white boy. He was excited. He literally set an alarm this morning. 7 o'clock. He's on Pacific. 7 o'clock this morning. His ass got up. 7:01 on the dot. He was headed to that damn custom build spot.
He even told his wife, if I'm not up by 7, wake me up.
Yep. He wanted that shit bad, but that's the rule we keep on them. Just 48 hours. If a player hasn't discovered it by then yeah, it's open game because, I mean, let's face it. They want to have fun too. But it's not fair that they have inside knowledge, so we make them wait. That's the only restriction on map testers, isn't it? You do all the map tester training, so you know.
The only thing we do ask is if you're on the map, or if you're on test 2 map testing, you don't, practice your builds or fight Bradley or run content unless we're actually testing content. Just because, it is content, we don't want you trying to figure out the best way to do it, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's not a build server, so don't build bases to practice your builds. Don't try and map Bradleys, that kind of thing.
We'll start fucking with raid bases.
Yeah, don't be doing raid bases.
We've caught map testers trying to map out raid bases, trying to take Bradleys, and we even caught map testers they're trying to map out every Bradley spawn for the upcoming map and all kinds of cheat and shit like that. So we get rid of them pretty quickly, and we do monitor that stuff. But it's just basic shit like that. Don't be a dick. Don't cheat. Oh, I'll be right back. Someone is pulling up at my house. I'll be right back.
Yeah, like Moon said, tugboats do fall into that. If you have custom build spot rules are set for everybody. That goes for admin staff, players, whatever. So if you have a custom build spot, you're not allowed to have another actual base. You are allowed to have TP spots, so you're allowed to have a 1x1 with a TC and a bag in it only. If you have a box in it, it will get deleted. If you set up a second base, usually we'll try and get a hold of you to be nice, but technically the sign does say if you have a custom build spot, your second base or any other base other than that custom build spot will be deleted without question. Now, like I said, we try and be nice, but that also goes for tugboats. So if you have a custom build spot, a tugboat is classified as a second base. So it will also be deleted, or you'll at least be asked to get rid of the tugboat. No, we've had many teams. Like I'm in a custom build spot right now actually mine's not a custom build spot. I lied. It's just a cool rock. But I normally team up with one of our other admins. Actually, I used to team up with 2 of our other admins. So me, Nola, and Nint used to base together. And if we had a custom build spot, we could all be in that custom build spot. But the same rules apply. When we do our custom build spot audits, we check who is on the TC. And if they have another base, then technically they qualify the same as a player that placed the TC, that they're not allowed to have a second base unless it's just a 1x1 TP spot. So anybody in that custom build spot does fall under that same rule. Oh yeah, most of our custom build spots are decent enough. There are some, like on some of the maps, we have those little igloos. They're more designed for probably a solo, but we have one on actually this current map. I'm not going to say where it is, but it is a massive thing. I mean, you could probably build a 3-story, I don't know, 12 by 4 base in it, and like it's just huge. So obviously we aren't saying only a solo can live there, but it's a nice size. Now, the caveat to some of these custom build spots, obviously, is there's good and bad. So some of the spots have it so you can place an oil refinery, or they're big enough to place a furnace. Most of them do not. So a lot of people have been trying to skirt around the rules. They'll place a 1x1, call it a TP spot, but they'll put a furnace outside of it. Well, that furnace is going to get deleted because technically it's against the rules. You're only allowed a TP spot and nothing else in that other than a TC in a bag. So it's give and take with the custom build spots. Yes, they're nice, they're cool, they're impenetrable usually, but the caveat is that they do have restrictions. Yeah, that's true. Technically, some of the areas, like I'm in a custom, or I'm not. I don't know why I keep saying that. Last time I was in a custom build spot, a bunker base, and it was nice because you can put oil refineries in there. You can't place a furnace, but oil refineries will be placed in that. So I used a couple of those, a couple of electric furnaces, and I was good to go. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So my electric furnaces smelt all my stuff, and the oil refineries I use for charcoal. And just as a little tidbit, if you check it out or investigate a little bit, oil refineries are the better way to make charcoal anyway. Yeah, I'm the same, dude. I don't miss them, especially since being staff or admin or map tester, we have to wait the 2 days. I like to set up my base, have all the auto sort looter set up and all that within the first day. So if I have to wait 2 days, it's like, well, what do I do with all my crap? Then I got to move a base if I have it set up. More of a pain in the ass for me, but I don't mind some of the custom build spots. The bunker, I think, is one of my favorites because they're hard to find. They're pretty protected, but they're very limited. You can't have a heli, you can't have a vehicle unless you have the rank to get the buy vehicle. You can't have a large furnace, but I don't fly. I use TP spots to warp around, so I don't need any of that stuff. But that's just my playstyle. Nice. I used to. My favorite spot was a specific admin spot on Rebellion map. I don't know if anybody's in here has been around that long, but they used to have the big Death Star in the sky, looked like a big moon. But inside of it, there was only one way in, was to warp in, or to fly into it. There was no access into it. So we made an admin build spot where obviously only staff and admins could get in there. But it was very cool. But thank you, Face Punch. They broke it and fucked it up, so now we can't have it.
Fucking Face Punch. I'm back.
Fucking Face Punch. I was just talking about the Death Star admin build spot. That was my favorite.
Yeah, it was dope.
Broke it. I don't think I'm as entertaining as you. They like to see you wiggle your mouse a bit. So
I'm wiggling.
Wiggle.
All right, let's make sure this is all wired up correctly real quick here. So press the button, it goes to the splitter. Splitter activates both timers. One timer activates the door, which is going to come from this. Holds the door open for 20 seconds. That is also going to activate this timer, which is 2 minutes, which goes to the blocker. It goes to the red light. The blocker is what powers both the green light and this red button. So when the blocker is getting blocked, the green light goes off and the button no longer operates the door. This is a brutal ass fucking boss arena down here. And this one right here lets you exit out of this door. Fuck, now the lights call me again. I'll be right back. God damn. Women get like the most random thoughts and have to call you about them. Like literally ask me about, she's like asking me about something so trivial and meaningless. Like you could have just waited till you got home. Well, I just thought about it. I wanted to ask. Like, what the hell?
Write it down.
Write that shit down. Take a note. Okay, so that one should be good.
Until the next call.
I hate the fact that caves don't render in unless you're literally inside them. It's so stupid.
Well, you saw me trying to take pictures of that last issue we had.
Yeah. It's fucking
It's
terrible.
just garbage. Fucking face punch wrecking shit.
Go. Alright, that thing is cool. Good to go. Moving on. That should be cool. I already fixed it. Moving on. Kit sap. Oh, here we go. Wait, why are people testing this? I didn't mark this off yet, did I?
I didn't see it marked off, but I don't know. I don't know what you updated since yesterday.
This is a lead admin too. I'm about to light him up.
Wasn't me then. So that's gotta be Nola.
Oh my god! Now my insurance company is calling me. Jesus fucking Christ! I'll be right back. This is driving me crazy.
Yeah, just so you know, if you did put a map tester app in, chances are we won't get to it for a couple days. So don't fret that we haven't contacted you. It's just we're doing some map stuff, and I go back to work tomorrow, so it'd probably be Wednesday. Maybe reach out, try and set up a date to get a couple people trained up. And don't ever think that, oh, I'm not going to put a map tester app. A bunch of people did. The more the merrier, obviously. People like to do map testing and then they take a break or whatever, or they go on holidays. So we're always looking for more. It's the old adage. I was just scrolling to you about his rake metaphor. He did it way back. He's like, so if I have a yard full of leaves and my mom says I can't play until I get all them raked up, well, it's going to take me forever. But if all my friends were to grab a rake and help me out, then we could all play. So it's the many hands make light work kind of a situation. So the more the merrier. If you're definitely interested, map testing is there's not a lot of requirements as far as map testing, but we do have a training session that I set up. Usually takes about an hour, and then whatever help you can put in is nice. Very if anybody chats and I don't see it, T stepped away from it, talked to his insurance company, and I'm currently trying to hunt a horde. Hey Moon, how you liking Terminus, by the way? I remember I asked you a little while ago. Are you still enjoying it?
Who's this guy talking about? It's okay, I've already despawned everything, leaving the server for good. LOL. What is that talking about?
I have no idea. I didn't even see that till just now. Nice. Yeah, Moon left the 3 times I went to Term. He's loving it.
Oh yeah, he's already told me that. Terminus is awesome. I never figured out why people have the need to like announce their departure. It's like it's not an airport. Like you don't leave the server, leave the damn server. Shit. Like keep your hands inside the tram at all times and head on out to the exit.
Tram?
Yeah, you have a tram in your airport?
Dude, if you knew how big my city was, you'd laugh at our airport.
Oh, he's joking about I was gonna say like what? He's joking about the fact that you said it'd take a bit to get back about map tester. Remember how we were saying everybody quits immediately? Yeah. I get you now. That's why I was like, wait, what? What happened? What did I miss? I'm on the fucking phone with my insurance company. I come back to that? What the hell?
That's what happens when Trigger talks. Shit just comes out.
Well, I still stand by what I said though, like, because you're right. Players do that shit. It's annoying as fuck. Like, I'm leaving. Who wants my stuff? Like, nobody does, man. Quit being a little bitch and just leave. Like, shut up.
Yeah, if you're gonna leave, just fucking do it.
Fucking leave. Like, it's like that kid in school that always had to try to get all the attention from everybody. Yeah, he picked on me. Like, shut up. Quit being a little whiny little bitch. But no, that is pretty funny though. You're absolutely right. Yep, it took him a second to get back. Trigger, you did not get back to his map tester application within 13.7 seconds. Now we just lost a fucking player because of you.
That's all my fault. Blame the Canadian as usual.
Oh wait.
Oh, sorry, chat. I forgot. We're supposed to be at war. I can't talk.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, half our players are Canadian too. So
Sure.
It's a civil war. Oh, I gotta make. Yeah. See, look, I did not check off this box. I gotta totally make fun of him on this.
Was he talking about the elevator though?
Oh, he might have been. Don't stick up for
Might
him.
have just been trying to give you a head up.
No, the first report was floating loot on the roof.
When was the report put in?
Yesterday at 1 p.m.
Okay. Well, he's got no defense. I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his ass. Hopefully, he's watching at work right now.
He's not watching. He quit the server. He shut you off.
Yeah, Nola. Okay.
Yeah, right. Of all the people. Well, you know, he does have a temper. I think he's more Canadian than I am.
Hope he has a good day at work though, because if I catch him on a bad day, he's gonna get fucking pissed off at this response. But if I catch him on a good day, he's gonna laugh. He's gonna laugh like hell.
Yeah.
Hopefully work was good to him today. All right, there's my response.
So President's Day is a holiday for you guys, is it not?
I mean, kind
Or
of.
is it just a day?
It's just okay. So we have what's called bank holidays. Bank holidays means the federal government and banks, they all get the fucking day off of work. Everybody else get your ass to work.
Oh, so it's not see, we have stat days and we have civic, like municipal civic holidays.
We just have
Stat days, everybody gets off and they get paid for it from work. The other ones are just like banks, government bullshit.
Yeah, we just refer to these as bank holidays, where they're all the lazy people like banks and federal government get off, but the rest of us have to fucking work.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same then. So the nice thing is ours is a stat holiday, which means everybody gets it off. Of course, unless you're in healthcare, which never takes time off.
Today, talking about the Great White North. Like, bro.
Well, looking out my fucking window, it's definitely white.
Right. Where is this fucking pipe Nola's talking about? Oh, he's not even at this monument.
Nice, Orion. I'm also in Canada, in case you didn't know. Whereabouts in Canada are you? I myself, and I'm Ontario.
He's in the cold part.
And that doesn't narrow it down to you.
Got stat pay. Look at that shit. Give me some money, stat. Oh, he wants this pipe.
Oh, Saskatchewan. Prairie land.
Why am I closing this pipe off, Nola? I don't get it. Do you not want people getting in here? guess that's what he's doing. It's hard to get in there though.
So tell me, Orion, are you a real Canadian? Are you watching the Canada-Finland game right now? Yeah, nice. Yeah, you heard though, if we win today, it looks like we're playing the Americans again. That should be a really good game.
Wait, like you're playing the Americans again? You lost to us.
Yeah, it's like a round robin tournament though. So if we win, that puts us in second, which means we play you guys.
We gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, in Boston of all places.
Boston.
In Boston, the wicked smart.
I saw this funny thing on X yesterday. It was like basically like a Canadian pride thing. He was like, "I'm Canadian, and we don't do this, and we do this, and we love this, and we love," just like boasting about his country. Which nothing wrong with that. Fuck. At one point, I guess he was trying to like squash stereotypes. And at one point, he was like, "And we don't say a boot, we say about." I'm like, the fuck you do. All the fucking pride and shit. Like I love Canada too, buddy, but that's a fucking lie. Like, just call it what it is.
Yeah, I've been called. I don't know. Sometimes I say it more or worse than other times.
We don't say a boot. Like, fuck you. That is wrong. But it's funny though, because it reminded me like all the shit talking we always do with each other. Because like some of his first things, like we don't live in igloos, we don't fucking ride dog sleds to work. And I'm like, I was sitting there the whole time going, yeah, you fucking do. Like that. Just
okay.
Shit talk we always do, with Canada. I was like, come on,
yeah.
You're living in an igloo, don't lie. But no, it's funny when you got to the boot part. I was like, okay, now I'm being serious. You're fucking full of shit. Like.
I remember I posted a picture somewhere. I can't remember what it was. It was a picture of like out my front window. I was showing somebody something, one of my American buddies, but he lives like deep south.
Thanks for the follow.
And he's like, "Wait, is that grass there?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He says, "Is there grass on your front lawn?" I'm like, "Well, it's a front lawn, dude. What do you mean? Is there grass? It's fucking springtime. Of course there's grass."
Thanks for another follow.
You mean it's not snowing there all the time? I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think I said the same shit to you before.
Yeah, but you were trolling.
Yeah, maybe. Still thought it was like cold as fuck in like an Arctic wasteland up there.
Yeah, I even had to explain to him like where I am in Ontario, I'm more south than like 13 of your states.
So off topic. Well, funny thing is on topic for the stream is I found the toxic water volume is a new prefab now. Look at this Waddick toxic cube cylinder. So now my question is, does it work? I think we should try. Let me save first in case.
Question is in chat.
Let me save first before I blow this map up. Is the monthly PvE map one that you made? I saw a post today on PlayRust, and the map I swear is the same one. It depends upon what map. See, a lot of our maps, you got to understand that we, I mean, God, over half of our maps probably. The hardest part about making a map is the fucking terrain. Like all this shit, like just the hills and the fucking rivers and the oceans and shit like. People sell maps, and then we strip them down and get them and put our own monuments and our own custom monuments and our own customizations and shit like that. Anyway, and of course, then we spend most of the time fixing all the fucking errors the map maker made.
I was just gonna say, and fixing shit.
God, they're so terrible. So the bot maps that you see out there in the world, like they are. Go run them real close and look, and they're just fucking floating stuff everywhere, broken things everywhere. Shit don't work. There's no puzzles like the monuments they have. You just walk right in, and there's just fucking loot laying everywhere with no puzzle. Like it's just insane. So a lot of times we strip them down. So about maybe 30 to 40% of our maps are custom made from scratch. Like literally that takes like it. You gotta understand the level of detail we put in the level of like perfectionism we have in our maps. Like we don't allow any kind of fucking nothing. No, not a blade of grass can be wrong. So to make one from scratch takes like a year. Whereas, stripping down one that's already at least got the land and stuff laid out can take, 3 months to make a new one. Once we have the purchased one. So you purchase it, you strip it down, and you get about 3 months of work to get it to actually be a real map that actually works. So yeah, I've had players say that to me before. Like somebody was in the stream, did, "Oh, I fucking seen this, man. You did this. I've played this." No, you promise you haven't played this one. I promise you, it's way different. So
welcome, Sideboy. Welcome to the chat for the first time.
So yeah, it's common. There's very common that you'll probably see maps that have similar land layout stars because we get them all the time and strip them down.
Oh, 4-0.
All right, what was I doing? Oh, toxic water. Let's see if we can make this work.
What's funny is most people know that our servers are pretty special. A lot of stuff is custom. Everything, plugins, stuff like that, monuments. So we like to greet players. We like to make sure for the first 4 hours we consider them new. So we like to go by and greet them. Well, it's funny. Yesterday, Morty was going to greet a player, and got in front, popped out, said, "Hi, how are you doing? My name is Morty. I'm staff here. We just like to greet new players." The first words out of his mouth is something like, "I'm not new. I have over 1,000 hours." Marty was like, "Okay, well, welcome to Zombieland," and then she went on her way. She came back in chat and says, "Oh, he has over 1,000 hours. Isn't that cute? I remember my first 1,000 hours."
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah, let me go check how many I got." Oh, yeah, okay.
Not only that, but
our
in vanilla compared to this shit.
Exactly that. Like our servers are so unique that I don't understand why people wouldn't take that little bit of information that we pass to them and be like, "Oh, perfect, thanks, man." No.
Actually, remake some of my shit here to have water. Make it, but I'm gonna try. So what I'm doing right now. What?
No, sorry. I was just gonna ask Sideboy who his friend's in-game name was.
Somebody referred him.
Go ahead. Keep talking about what you're doing.
Came up to my friend's only monthly PVE the other night and greeted them. Oh, nice. Good shit. They know that we have an active admin team and we like to, we consider ourselves like to be friends with our players. Like we're not like
absolutely
gods in the sky floating around trying to get you in trouble. Like, no, we ain't about that. We talk shit, have some fun.
We're very mature on the admin side.
So what I'm doing right now is I want to place some water. The water's real funky now in Rust now that Facepunch fucked it all up. But I want to place some water and see if I can make it toxic. So what I'm doing right here is I'm using that white thing I just spread out to kind of figure out the topology of the land so I can see where there's flat spots. Wherever I see a flat spot, it means that the water would be floating like that. Like it wouldn't. So I'm trying to raise the terrain to kind of match the flat spots, That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to see where I want to lay out my water. So I can do like that. Raise these nodes up because you guys are going to want to mine them for sure. So that should give me a good basis to make some water. Facepunch changed water. It's really funky now. How you have to make it. And even then, half the time it doesn't work right. So my height for the water will be that. The first thing we got to do is paint some lake topology. Sneaky underwater node. Yeah, I gotta start putting more nodes underwater. Brooklyn and Joe Helps V2. I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, the water. Guess I should get off Splat and go to topology. Oh, come on, Rust. Or Rust Edit. I hate when it breaks like that.
It looks like Brooklyn was greeted by juice.
All right, so that should cover what I'm trying to do with the water. Now I got to see if we can make water actually show up. So I don't know how this new toxic water thing works. Like, can I just use it and not have a lake prefab, or do I have to mix it with the lake?
Well, whatever the smart way is, that's probably not the way Facepunch did it. So
Looks like it works like this. Look, ICP, and no, I don't mean the same clown posse. ICP.
kind of cloudy. You should see a doctor.
Yeah, popping some Percocet. I mean, as far as I can tell, we have some fucking toxic ass water now, right?
Does look that way.
Fuck yeah, dude, this is cool. I can make toxic water now. Y'all want some farms? I got your fucking farms right here. Good luck eating that corn.
Some three-eyed fish.
Right. You stream people want to see a behind the scenes thing? You know what that green actually is? Green light on a recycler stretched out really fucking big. Alright, so hopefully we got some glowing. Oh, you know, I can add some of these fucking barrels and shit. Oh, it's even got like its own fog effect. Oh, cool.
T found a new toy.
I like it. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work though. It looks like it's trying to spawn. Yeah, it's trying to spawn things. Let's get rid of that. But we can work with these drums. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay. Well, that's some jank.
Guess what I'm eating, T?
What? What do you mean?
Peanut M&Ms.
Oh my god, guess what I got downstairs? A brand new fucking bin.
Nice.
Kiss my ass, I got. It was so fun. I wish I could have had like literally a fucking. I need to start my own fucking reality show and just follow me and my wife around all day just for fun. Because like you would have died laughing. So we're at Sam's. We're going through each aisle by aisle. I'm like, wait, go to the snack aisle. And we're going to the snack aisle. I'm like, I'm looking for M&Ms, looking for M&Ms. I'm like, I gotta find M&Ms. She's like, well, find M&Ms. Just chill out. And I'm gonna find them. We finally come across the palette of peanut M&Ms, right? Except they're all pink and lilac and sky blue for Easter. For Easter. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I want just normal ones. I don't want no fucking Easter ones. And my wife's like, well, that's all they have. And I'm like, no, they gotta have normal ones. And we look around, we can't find normal ones. I'm like, fuck me. So I pick them up anyway, and I'm like, this is some bullshit. And she's like, I don't get what the fucking problem is. They're the same damn thing. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, Trigger's gonna call me gay now. I gotta find regular ones. And like, she's like, are you seriously bitching about the M&M color because Trigger's gonna call you gay? And I was like, yes. And like, so we're walking around the store, we're getting some other shit, and all of a sudden we get to this side aisle, and there's this like palette, and there's only like one like layer left on it, but it's the regular color one. And I use when I'm at Sam's, I use the scan to go thing, like where you scan stuff as you pick it up, and then you just pay and you just walk right out. And I'm like, oh my god! And she's like, what are you doing now? I'm like, hold on a second. And I'm on my phone, and she's like, what are you fucking doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to delete the M&Ms from the app. She's She's like, why are you deleting them? I was like, because I got to get those ones. And she's like, they're the same fucking thing. I'm like, no, it's not. I can't. I was like, Trigger's going to call me gay if I get those. So like, I literally went in the app, deleted the fucking M&Ms, put the gay ones on the shelf and picked up the regular ones. I swear to God, dude, I'm not kidding. This was a literal thing that happened yesterday.
That's funny.
All because I knew you was going to rag on me.
For the record, I wouldn't call him gay, but I would tease the shit out of him.
Oh, you're trying to be politically correct. You would have made so much fun of me.
Oh, I so would have.
God, it never would have ended.
Been like, what's that pastel shit you eating?
How's your pink M&Ms?
Oh, we have a question for you in chat.
Uh-oh.
T-Bird, what was your favorite monument that you have created?
Oh, bro, you really want to go there with me? I'll fucking open it up right now. You really want to go there with me? Trigger's like, oh, God, here he goes. He's going to brag about that
No,
one.
I love this part. I love the interactive with the chat. With the
All right, hold on. Let me finish this little lake right here, and I will physically show y'all. So there you go, everybody. And I'm reworking a version 2.0 of it, which I can't wait to be done with. If I wasn't working on these stupid rocks I got to keep working on, I'd probably be done with it already, but I'm working on a 2.0 version that's going to go live, and you guys, it is the best monument in the history of wrestling. I will show it to you.
This is why I'm don't know why people don't join the stream more often. I know it's map work, blah blah blah, seeing rocks, blah blah blah. But if people ask you questions and you see it, you answer the questions for them. So why show them get involved?
I'll even teach them how to do stuff. I don't give a fuck.
Especially if we're working on a new map, creating a new puzzle or something, you get behind the scenes on how that shit works. It's crazy.
And it's not Atlanta. No, not even close. Oh, no. The monument I'm going to show you that I made. Oh, not even close. Atlanta ain't shit. Wait till you see this one. Or even I can show you the version 1 to the 1 to the version 2 of what I've changed since then and like how much it's come along. Oh my God. And the version 1 used to be on some of our old maps before HDRP broke them all. So when I had to remake everything, I was like, I might as well make a new version 2 of this monument because it was so popular. It was the most popular monument we've ever had. And it's my all-time favorite. I got videos of people running it actually. Still. All right, let me finish this lake and I'll show you. Matter of fact, let me see how. Oh, I'm at the bottom anyway, so this is perfect timing. I'm literally done with the checklist. The lake was the last thing. Let me type a reply because I want them to test one other thing. Realizes the whole purpose of this little monument was the node. Scatter a couple crates around in it though. Let me scatter some crates real quick. They give other people time to join the stream so they can see the big monument I'm about to show everybody. Some people seen it before.
Everybody's telling their friends, get in the stream.
Right. Some people seen it before, but some people have. Does the toxic water hurt people? It doesn't hurt, does it? Oh, it's radiation. So I can put a couple crates out here. Oh yeah, look at all the pee on that crate. That's gonna be nice. It's gonna be like a new R. Kelly monument. Sink these down so my nose not realistic, but you know that way it looks like they're in the sludge. What other crate should we put in here? Probably gonna need some meds after running through the pee. I have too many crates here because it's not really much to this monument. You just kind of run around and get some toxicity. But hey, at the dome you can do the same thing, right? People to run through. That's cool. I can do that because I think there's another spot on this map I need to put some toxic water then. I likey. All right, let me save this and I'll show off the monument. Let me see if I can even find where I have a work in progress folder here. All right, here we go. Here it is. Should I show off the? I'll show off the new one, I guess, first. The new version. I gotta see if this is even the right version. Because I also started rewiring it, like completely from scratch. Which the original version of this monument had like, I think it was like probably 700 electrical connections. It's insane. Am I still in Discord? Discord, hello. Hello. I keep losing my Discord all the time. Trigger, you there? Trigger. Hello?
Sorry, I'm chatting with a player.
Oh, there it goes. Now it works. Oh, you're good. I was making sure I didn't lose Discord. This is the monument. The face punch update. There used to be rock formations around this, by the way. You couldn't see all that part. This is the monument. Doesn't look that special, does it? Again, this was like a big rock formation. Go all the way across this and all the way to the back here. I'm not seeing the blank, empty ground. Got all the CCTV camera things on here behind some glass, so it looks nice and cool. And pay special attention to that right there. It requires 2+ players. Also, I have a light on here to let people know that monument is currently being run. That way, people don't waste their time going in, because this monument is insane, and it's done in stages. Honestly, like you have to complete one stage to get to the next stage, because I don't want people cheating and just like TP corpse to get to the end. So you literally, one stage will not be powered on unless you've completed the stage before it, and there's a certain amount of time you got to complete it all in and that kind of stuff. So that way you don't waste your time. You can see right here if people are currently running the monument. And as you can see, this is a big fucking monument. Look at all that shit. So this is still a work in progress. It's not done. Don't laugh. So you come in here, and I put every touch I can put on electronics in this map. In other words, like these lights right here. These lights actually also have an admin control panel. Admins can reset the monument, disable it, all that kind of stuff. Like these lights right here, each one of the lights takes all that circuitry right there, just for the lights in the entry hallway. Entry hallway, the lights come on. They come on dramatically, like in a movie, like where it's like one circle. See how it's kind of a circle around you. One circle comes on and like doom, and then like a second later, another one doom, 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 all the way down the hallway, kind of like dramatic. And there's NPCs.
All the sound effects.
Yeah, you like that? And there's NPCs like behind these little barricades trying to fight you and stuff like that. So you come down this hallway again. The lights are still doing that whole chain reaction thing. They actually do it all the way down the stairwell too. The lights do that little timed scale thing that they do. So you come all the way down the stairwell here. Like I said, I'm still decorating and working, so it's not fully done here. Oh, look, there's my name. You come down here, you fight a bunch of NPCs, you hit that button, open these doors, and you come in here, there's a bunch of NPCs in here, obviously. So the reason you guys are going to get behind the scenes too. Now, when this goes live, you're gonna know the tricks, how to get through it all. So you come in this, Oh yeah. You come in this room, and obviously you're not going to be able to get through. Like these little AND switches are not lit up, and the card readers are not lit up. So the only path to go is over here to the control room. And you go through the control room, you find your way back to the back here, you hit this right here. This is what powers the first section of the monument, blah, blah, blah. The reason it's so complicated right here is because I didn't want to run it just on a switch or a fuse, because a switch and a fuse can fall out, or a switch can turn off automatically after a while. This monument takes so long and is so extensive that a fuse would just pop out by the time you get to the end, so it wouldn't be worth it. So instead I use a timer back here for each stage. Each stage has a timer, and you activate it. So once you get back there and activate that, it powers up the there's other things you have to do in here, by the way, in this area, in this little maze. Like to power up that door, to get that door right there powered up, to get to that switch back there, you got to do stuff in this part. Anyway, once you power that up, you come back into this room. You and your friend have to hit these card readers at exactly the same time to power up this door. The door opens up. You come on through to this hallway. So at the end of every hallway is what I call a murder hole. And what a murder hole is, a murder hole is that thing right there at the end of every hallway. And what is inside are multiple M249 wielding heavy scientists that just fucking mow your shit down. And I mean, they're tweaked too. They're not like the ones on Oil Rig. They are tweaked, and they will just mow your shit down. Basically, it means you fucked up and now you're going to die. And the goal of this monument is not to trigger the murder holes, because that's how you die. So you come through here, and the first trap is right here. This little laser is going across the walkway. You got to jump over the laser. Then you get to this part. There's 2 lasers. You got to kind of crouch and go under them. And, in the beginning, I keep it nice and easy so players can kind of learn what's going on. And then down here, you got to jump over another laser. If you trip any of those lasers, that murder hole at the end of the hallway opens up, and you will fucking die. Another thing I do in the murder holes is I have a searchlight in the murder holes. Those big ones that you can put on your base. And then the searchlight is shining directly down this hallway into your face. So you can't even see the heavies that you need to shoot. A cool thing I did, though, was I put a target in front of the searchlight. You actually can't see the target because the searchlight shines through the target, as you can see right there. So from your view as a player, you don't see that target. All you see is a bright searchlight. But what the target does is it's hooked up to a blocker back here. And if you shoot the target, it activates that blocker and turns off the light. So it's cool. It's an optical illusion to make it look like you're shooting out the light. So you can when you open a murder hole accidentally, you can shoot out the light. That way you can see better to try to kill the heavies that are in there, because the heavies are going to fuck you up. Anyway, so you make it down here to the next section, right? Hopefully you didn't trigger that murder hole down there. You get to this section and you see all these lasers shining straight down to the floor. So it's like a cage. You can't get through. If you do, you're going to set off that murder hole. So you got to figure out what to do next. Another thing I like to do in this monument is I showcase all the electronics. So every time you see electronics like this, those are the real actual electronics that are controlling the monument. So anyway, you come to this room, and you see that control panel in there. It says security override or security control. But you can't get in there because you got lasers right here forming a cage also. So the only path to take is that way, but you see lasers shining down there too. So you're like, fuck, what do I do? I'm stuck. There's lasers blocking every doorway. Again, this is why it pays to be a stream watcher, because you get to learn the trick. So you hop up on, well, actually you just need to send one person. This is why it's a 2-person monument the whole way through. So you get one of your teammates, one teammate stays behind right here in this room. The other person hops up here, hops up here, hops up there, and goes inside this shaft and crawls through this ventilation duct to get past those lasers. And once they come out of the ventilation duct, they hop down on these crates. They hop across these computer towers because there's more lasers. And you got to jump perfectly, because if you miss the jump, you're going to hit those lasers and trigger the murder hole and kill your partner. Hop across those lasers, hop all the way back here. There's more lasers. You got to hop across those too. And you come back here and you hit that switch right there. When you hit that switch, you're still stuck, because now you have all these lasers and you can't get back out of this room without setting them off. But when you hit that switch, it powers off these lasers, so your partner can now go inside that room and he can turn off this control, which is going to turn off the lasers that are trapping you in that room, and it's going to turn off the lasers that allow you guys to progress to the next stage. So that's how you solve that stage. One guy goes in there and turns off those lasers, and then the other partner goes in there and turns off all the rest of the lasers, and now you guys can go. Yeah, the lasers are visible, yeah. God, remember the old days when I first made this monument, the version 1.0, and it wasn't my fault, it was Facepunch's fault, but sometimes lasers would glitch and they wouldn't be visible. That was a bitch. So now you and your partner move down to the next stage. Again, all those electronics are real. All those electronics are actually what's controlling this monument right now. It's crazy. I actually have to fix those ones. They got moved down. Facepunch changed the fucking center point again. They used to be right here. They changed it again. So I gotta fix it. As you can see, these are all real electronics that are controlling this monument right now. And there's a lot more to go because it's only about halfway done. Anyway, you come down to this stage, same thing. Both people need to hit the button at the same time. It opens up to the next stage. And the next stage. You come in here. Again, I still got more decorating to do. And this one is cool because now you come in here and you got a really tall thing of lasers right here. You got to jump over. The key is don't loot that box. Most greedy people run in here and grab the loot quick. But if you grab the loot, now you're stuck and you can't get over those lasers. You get on the box and you use those to jump over the lasers. Again, if you set them off, there's a murder hole at the end of the tunnel right there. You can see it. Over here, same concept. Those lasers are shining from that direction. There's a loot box. Use that to jump over the laser. Greedy people won't make it. And anyway, that was a nice easy section. You get down here. You take a right. Hopefully you didn't open that murder hole. Down here, it's going to start getting bland, by the way, because I haven't really decorated that much down here. If you notice, it's kind of empty now. It takes a lot of time to decorate and put loot and all that shit. So you come down here. Now you got lasers all the way across the top. These lasers are on randomizers. They're just flicking on and off in a pattern. You know, like 2 here, 3 there, 2 here, 3 there, 1 here, 2 there, 3 here, 4 there. And they're just constantly, every 1 second, they're flick, 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 and then they're doing it in groups. So you got to kind of figure out a pattern and try to get through the pattern. It's a bitch. Same thing here. This time it's another pattern, a totally different pattern you got to figure out to get through. And over here is, I thought this isn't the one yet. No, it's not the one yet. Okay. It's been a while since I worked on this. Again, you don't want to trip off the murder. Yeah, hopefully you won't memorize all these. And then over here, same concept as before. You and your partner hit the buttons at the same time. Move on to the next section. Next section, you got some more electronics getting showcased. Again, those are the real electronics from the monument. You move on down through this section. Oh, I forgot to. This section here is more like the parkour types, but they're like patterned where they're blinking on and off type stuff. And you got to figure out the pattern and jump over them. I have another one. Where's the circle of? It's not in this one yet. There's a bunch of NPCs in this room, by the way, so it's a big fight. And I'm not done with the electronics. Murder hole there too. You go through this door. Oh, by the way, there's a motion sensor up here. So when you get to this door, it just opens by itself. Come in here. Again, more of the electronics, blah, blah, blah. You got more of these jump puzzles. Another one where you similarly want to use the crate to get over it. Keep on moving through, fighting NPC. Murder hole at the end. There was other lasers back in here too, I think. Didn't I have... Oh yeah, this is where I was going to put the circle one. I'm going to have a circle of lasers in here too that make it a bitch to get through with another pattern. I just haven't done it yet. Come down here, hit the 2 buttons. Now you come into this room. This is where you and your partner got to split up. One of you has to take one tunnel, the other takes the other tunnel. You got a red tunnel and a green tunnel. And when you get inside the tunnel, this pattern of lasers, it starts at the end down there, and like every 2 seconds it goes to the next one. So it's like doom, 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 doom. So you gotta watch that pattern. So as they're coming towards you, you crawl to this point and you wait. When these 2 lasers turn back off and it resets back to the beginning of the tunnel, you kind of creep your way forward again, and they're going doom, 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 like every second they're switching. And you just keep watching the pattern, and you got to time it. And you crouch jump up to here, watch the pattern, you move forward. Oh shit, there's another one. You got to wait. Okay, go. You just got to keep doing it and watching the pattern. And you keep watching the pattern until you get all the way through. And hopefully your partner on the other side made it all the way through too on that side. Because to continue on, you both have to open your doors, type thing. If you didn't complete that correctly, these are the murder holes that are waiting for you on the other side. And we're talking 2. There's 1 murder hole here and 1 murder hole there. So you're going to get tag teamed by the heavies. And you're basically, ooh, I found an error. See that flicker? I got to fix that. Anyway, you're basically going to fucking die. So you better hope your partner did a good job on his tunnel too, because there's 2 murder holes. Anyway, if you made it this far, click both your buttons at the same time to open this door. Now we're in the big room. When you get into this room, first of all, there's a giant pit of death that you can't get over. And when you get into this room, you're going to see lasers blocking this doorway. And you're going to see a laser cage around this. And when I say cage, you can see right there, they're going that direction, and that direction. So it's a horizontal cage that you cannot cross without setting open the murder holes. And these are double murder holes. So there's 2 sets of heavies in that murder hole, and there's 2 sets in that murder hole. So 4 times, it's basically like having 4 murder holes in one room. So they will light your ass up if you trip the lasers. The trick to this one is to stand on this railing, jump up onto this post, and then jump down inside here and hit that button. When you do that, the cage lasers are still going to be on, so you're stuck now. But your partner, these lasers turn off, and now your partner can go inside here, and he can hit that button, which turns off your cage lasers, which means you're free to move on to the next part. I probably lost all my viewers. Are probably bored as fuck by now.
Oh, dude, you're up to 17. You're good.
Oh, nice. The when you get done with that part, you and your partner both hit these 2 timer buttons right here at the same exact time, as always. And that will extend a drawbridge right here. It comes out from both sides and lets you get across this gap. Again, don't hit the murder holes or that's going to be a very fun drawbridge to go across. Because it doesn't close all the way. You still have to make a jump. So you don't want to do that with fucking 8 heavy scientists laying you out with M249s. Once you clear that, you get over here. Same concept. You and your dude hit both these buttons at the same time to open this to section 5. You can see it's getting a lot more bland. Like all my laser puzzles and all the decorations are kind of missing now because I haven't got this far yet. Except I did do this puzzle. So in this puzzle, now you get to this point and you just see a big open pit. You can't even see down there actually because there's a lot of fog, but you can't really tell in the map editor. There's a big open pit and you don't know what the fuck to do. First thing you do is you come over here and you flip that switch and nothing happens. And you're like, well, fuck, what do I do? You look around and I left you a hint right here. There's a sniper rifle laying there. And if you look real closely in the distance, you see them 2 targets up there. Yep. So you hit those 2 targets while that switch is activated and it starts the puzzle for this section. And what the puzzle is, you see all these sliding blast doors back here and all these on the other side back here. They're on a giant randomizer, which you can see right here. There's my randomizer. And the randomizer, each one of those sliding blast doors, how long do I have it set for? For 10 seconds. So that's not even enough time for the door to fully extend. A sliding blast door takes 15 seconds to fully extend. So basically the randomizer just randomly activates one of those timers just over and over again, just every second, like tick, 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 just randomizing the timers. And that's all connected to these, which is all connected to the doors, meaning this is a giant hopscotch puzzle where doors are sliding in, sliding out, sliding in, sliding, all random. There's no pattern at all. You just luck of the draw, which ones are sliding in and which ones are sliding out. You got to try to hopscotch your way across to get to the other side. That's my newest part of the puzzle I'd made. I thought it was pretty cool. Once you get to the other side, you're at the final section. Here we are. Oh, that should be section 6, not 5. I fucked up. I need to fix that. Anyway, this is the final section. Some people may not want to continue into the final section, so they can just take this loot right here and get the fuck out. But if you do want to continue, yeah, bring a jetpack. I gotta disable jetpacks in this monument. I forgot about jetpacks. I made this before jetpacks existed. So final section, you guys both hit these buttons at the same time, and this opens up to the big room. Man, I worked my ass off on this room. So when you get into the big room, you got to be real fucking careful. First of all, there's a Bradley driving around down here on the main floor. A Bradley, yes. Second of all, there's a boss NPC on top of this drone walking around who will beam your ass as soon as you come through that door. So you have a Bradley and a boss NPC. Third of all, there's like 2 NPCs there, like 2 NPCs over there, and about 6 more down there. And they all will start fucking attacking too. So this is literally like all out war when you come into this room. Also, if you haven't noticed, there's a double murder hole, a double murder hole, a double murder hole, and a double murder hole. And you're probably thinking, well, fuck, how do I set those off with all that other shit? So the double murder holes are real simple. Don't go down the fucking stairs. See, this is where stream people get an advantage. You see these 2 motion sensors here? If those motion sensors pick you up, and they will pick you up even here, even all the way right where I'm at right now, they'll pick you up. If those motion sensors pick you up, all fucking 8 of these murder holes open up. And I said 8 because each one's a double. All 8 of those will open up. And you will be fucking obliterated. Every time I say murder hole, fuck yeah. Same concept as before. I got spotlights up here shining right in your face when you come through the door. You can shoot those out so you have a better view of what the hell's killing you. And again, as long as you stay off the stairs, you're not going to set those murder holes off. The trick is to kind of come over here and just parkour your way down onto that battery. Or come over here, and if you don't mind taking a little fall damage, just jump down there. It don't fucking matter. The trick is to fight these motherfuckers the best you can from up here without setting off those damn murder holes. Once you beat all that shit, you can come on down or whatever. Again, more of the electronics are on display in here. These are all the real electronics. This room is awesome, man. I worked really hard on this room. I even made it look like you're underwater in the ocean. You can't see it right now in the map editor, but this glass is actually see-through. That's the glass from the underwater labs. And I put like fake ocean back here. So like you won't see the black. It'll just look like you're under the ocean. So that's kind of cool. I did that on both sides, so it looks like you're underwater. Under the grate here, I even got like this shiny glimmering water down here, like it's sewage, toxic waste type stuff. There's all kinds of cool shit in here. When you come inside the room, if you didn't notice, there's motion sensors right there. They activate like a bunch of these lights and stuff, like these spotlights. They activate all these lights down here on the bottom of the drone that kind of give like an uplighting. It looks really cool. There's a bonus puzzle I put in this room. Because if you open these murder holes, which most people will, because they don't know not to get on the stairs. If you open these murder holes, all these, I mean, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's 16 heavy scientists with M249s. That's a lot of loot getting left behind up here in the top because of the murder holes. So I made a way to reach them actually in this part of the monument, which I didn't do in the rest because you can just, they're on the ground level. You can just reach right in. So if you come in here and you put a fuse right here, and then this is just a bonus part of the puzzle, by the way. It's not part of the main monument. And then you come over here and you hit that red switch right there after you put that fuse in. It will activate those sliding blast doors right there. And they will protrude through the wall, and they'll give you a perfect little parkour where you can jump on top of each sliding door, just like one after the other, like stairs, until you get all the way up to the top here. And then these doors will be open because their murder holes are open. So you can parkour up those sliding doors. You can come inside here. You can loot the heavy scientists that you killed. And then I made a connection. You can go through this door. You can loot the other heavy scientists here that you killed. You can go up the fire escape that I made and go across the top. There's a light switch here. Turn on these lights for you. Go across and loot the other heavy scientists down here that you killed. And then go through another door and finish by looting the last heavy scientist that you killed. So you get a bunch of loot up there if you kill all those guys. And then I'll put the pipes here so you can kind of parkour your way back down. And that's the final room of the monument right here, is this boss room. It's got a lot of cool mood lighting and stuff, as you can see. All that glowing shit on the ceiling. And the fog effects is really neat looking. So that's the big room. And then after you kill all them, come back here and there's a bunch more loot. And then you work your way towards the exit down here. I'm going to change this out. It used to be an ocean... used to have an ocean exit, which I'll show you when I show you the original monument. I got to change this out now because I don't do that anymore. And you just exit this way, exit that way, exit this way, up the stairs. I got to add decorations in here, still kind of plain. Up these long ass stairwell or ladders, and you come right here. And then when you hit that red button to exit the monument, it sets off these fireworks over here, so people can be like, "Hey, somebody completed end game." So the reason that it used to be an ocean exit and it's not anymore, look how compact this is. So this could even be on a small island or something. It's real easy to fit anywhere because I made it loop back around on itself, as you can see, and then the exit is right next to the entrance. So when things are underground, they're real easy to place on the map because it doesn't matter. You can put it wherever the hell you want. It's underground. But things on the surface, you gotta line them up correctly. So I remade the monument to loop back around on itself like that. Now, if I show you the original monument, which I'm about to show you, because this is version 2.0, I still got the original version here. Let me see. Well, here's an old version. I don't know if this is the very original, but we'll look. The original version, players used to beg me all the time. They put in game on the map, put in game on the map, and I couldn't. There you go. Look how far it goes. So you can see how far away it goes. The problem being is players are like, can you put end game on this map? I'm like, no, I can't because A, you got to find a suitable place for the entrance. And if you look, it was made out of different materials back then too. Like back then we didn't have cubes. I made the entire thing out of cargo ship fins and supermarket counters. And those are all cargo ship fins. All the black is cargo ship fins. And then down here, all this black is supermarket counters. Like if I take this piece, move it out, put it back to its normal size. It's literally just a supermarket counter. That's all it is. So the whole monument's made out of that shit. And you can see, like, back then there was no decorations. Like, it was really bland. Like, real bland. That's it. I mean, this is all the decorations back then. It looked a lot different back then. I think it looks much better now. That's decorated. That's pretty much all there was just some little computer stations throughout the whole thing. And even even these tunnels, like, they were real boring. And then the end room, like this was all boring too. You get to the end room. Oh, I love my sign though. Hold up. If you fall into this pit, you're not getting your shit back. Anyway, and then the end room back then was real fucking dull compared to what it is now. Like this is the end room back then. Like no real decorations or nothing in it. So Nothing too special. And anyway, so the point being is back then the exit would be in the ocean because this monument was so fucking huge. Like, look how far away that is. That's like, let me see how many grids that is on a map. I don't even know where I'm at now. Okay, I'm up here. I'm at the corner of I-4 and the entrance is at G7. So that's like 1, 2, 3. That's almost 4 grids. So if you find a suitable place for the entrance up there on land, then you had to find a suitable place for the 2 exits down here, which was a bitch. So I made it exit under the ocean because at least under the ocean I could just do whatever and it didn't matter. So back then it used to exit under the ocean. Now it exits on land because I rearranged the whole monument to come back around on itself and exit the same place that it has the entrance. Huge. And wiring wise, look how many wires this monument takes. A fuck ton of wire. I mean a fuck ton. Jesus Christ. Look at the test gens. Hell, even those entryway lights I told you about. All these wires up here. It's a crazy ass monument. That's why when you asked what was my favorite monument I've ever worked on, this would be it. This is just the old shitty version. It's a pretty cool ass monument. Alright, I get back to real mat work now. And give me 1 second. The wife just called me again for no reason. I'll be right back. Hey, thanks for the subscribe, War Zombie. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah. Fixing grease.
Take a shot in the dark and say rocks.
Yeah, that too. Should I push this to test 2 real quick? Or should I just wait until I'm done with the grids? Yeah, I can do that.
I would wait till yeah, I don't know if any of the testers are on actually, so
Yeah, I'll do some rocks real quick then. At least till the wife gets home and bugs me. She's on her way right now. I think she's picking up some Culvers. What grid are we going to tackle next? Well, you guys got a lot done on map testing. That's good shit.
yep.
I guess I'll just work on that east side so we can just get that all filled in. Because I'm not really putting a lot of rocks on this one, man. I'm just trying to get through this so we can get back to making new maps for people. Like you can see, these ones are fine just like they are. This is all fine here too. I've already got that checked off anyway. What am I doing? I need to start at T11 and work my way down from there. So there's east. Cantilever with these rocks this time. I don't know who the hell's outside with a leaf blower right now, but my God, it's the winter. There's nothing to blow. Wait, where's my soundboard button? Damn it. Giggity. There we go. Well, she got a good time and I'm starving. All that bitch that I'm doing about her calling, and she calling to tell me she's bringing food.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
What a douchebag. Me, not her. Oh, I still ain't seen no brownies. Last night, y'all trying to get me killed.
That was funny last night.
Yep. You remember the other day? I was like, Trigger's wife brought him donuts.
Yeah.
It's like, did she make them? No. Well, then shut the fuck up. Stream got real quiet now that I shut the fuck up.
Well, hockey's still on, so. Fucking hockey.
They should just call it Canada Ball. Or Canada Puck. You guys deserve a fucking sport named after you. I'm down for it. I'd vote for it. Doesn't this look like fun, stream people? Much more fun than working on cool custom monuments, right? Yeah.
Thanks, Face Punch.
Replace every rock on every map. Why not? You have nothing better to do. Oh wait, they're England. Never mind.
Don't be blaming Canadians for rocks.
Right? You guys have rocks up there, or is it just ice?
It's just ice, yeah. Just ice and snow, that's it.
I figured. Trigger out there cutting up ice with a chainsaw. Like, what you doing, man? You making an ice sculpture? No, I'm making furniture. Shut the fuck up.
I had to rebuild my couch.
Right. Broke the leg on my table.
Hey?
I gotta visit Canada someday though. I guess when I go to Detroit to see my wife's family, it'd probably be a prime time to do it.
That's probably the closest you'll be.
Yeah. You're gonna need cool like sightseeing shit up there. Oh, you're watching hockey. I'll shut the fuck up. I'll wait till you're done.
That's all good. I'm watching hockey, hitting rocks, moving around, watching your chat and stream.
Hitting fucking rocks on my stream. Have you had a monument that you have had to go back and change because the community either couldn't figure it out and found it too difficult? I don't know. Have I?
We've tweaked stuff. I don't think there's anything that you've actually been like, we better fix this or change this.
Yeah, I can't think. I mean, because obviously the hardest monument I've ever done would be the one I just showcased to you guys. But beyond that, like, God, what was I did like 2 maps in a row that one month. Remember, I was just like, I guess I was in a puzzle fucking mood where I kept making them number puzzle ones where you really had to get out pen and paper and like fucking write down clues and figure. I mean, like it was hard, really fucking hard. I think I even offered like vet gold or something to the first person that solved it or whatever. But so those were really hard monuments. Like I legit had players sending me screenshots of like scratch paper on their desk, like covered from top to bottom in like trying to solve the puzzles and stuff. So I've done some really hard ones before too. Those back out and fix those maps up. Those were fun. We didn't redo them at all. I mean, honestly, players didn't really bitch about it either. Like, you know, like the bantering type bitching, like, oh damn, I can't complete the, you know, just whatever, but not like, well, fuck this, I don't want to play this. Like, they didn't really bitch. Believe it or not, for some reason with puzzles, they don't really bitch that much. I've had players bitch about the trap holes I put on some puzzles with the big sign that says, don't fucking go in here or you're going to die and lose all your shit. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. Don't put a ticket in. I've had people complain about those. But I don't get rid of those because it proves my point. Learn to fucking pay attention.
Don't read.
Fucking pay attention and read what I say. You don't read the update log and then you ask me things about it. And I'm like, I just posted that. So that's why I make those little holes like that sometimes just for fun to see if people actually are going to read or not. And you'd be surprised how many people put in support tickets like, hey, I went to get this lot crate and like something, I don't know what happened, but it like just forced me to fall down and I died and there's no way to get my stuff back. Can you help me? Like, well, where would this be at? What happened? I don't know. There's like 2 lot crates, a bunch of elite crates and a big sign. And I tried to get across and I fell. I can't get my shit back. You're like, oh, you mean like the sign that says, don't go in here, you will die and not get your shit back? Yeah, that's the one. Well, did you read it? Well, yeah, I just thought it was a joke. Did you read the second part of the sign, like where it says don't go in here, and the second sentence says this is not a joke? Well, yeah, but I thought it was just trolling. Anyway, can you help me get my stuff back? Did you read the third sentence that says don't put a ticket in? This is not a joke. You're not gonna get your stuff back? Yeah, I saw that too, but I thought you were just kidding. Like, okay, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding. That is a real ticket. That is a real, honest to God fucking ticket. Swear to God. Yeah, Capital's not the only place I've done that, though. But yeah, that was on Capital. That specific ticket I'm making fun of was on Capital. I think I still have that ticket somewhere. A lot of times I save them to our Hall of Shame for tickets. I have like a little Hall of Shame place where I save the most obnoxious tickets. That was a real fucking ticket, honestly.
Or the most shake your head tickets.
Yeah. Did you read it? Yes. So you read the part, don't put a ticket in? Yes. I thought you were joking.
Why are you putting in a ticket?
Did you read the part where it says, I'm not joking? Yes, but I thought you were joking. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? The life of being an admin. Start a server, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Oh, yeah. I'll show you exactly what's at the bottom of the hole. Oh, look. Nefarious. That means you must have dove in there. This entity right here is what's at the bottom of that hole. That blue square, right? Notice what it says. Yes, with the jetpack. Yeah, you can't get in there with a jetpack either. Oh, you can get in there, but you can't get the loot with the jetpack either. Glad he mentioned that, though, because some of my old ones like that, you actually could have got it with a jetpack, now that I think about it. But yeah, you can't even get that with a jetpack. Yeah, instant. And the reasons you can't get it, even with a jetpack. See, stream people get so much inside knowledge.
It's crazy.
Is this right? Invisible Collider. It is basically a brick wall that you can't see. You physically cannot get to that loop. And then on top of that, even before I put the Invisible Collider in, I had this. This is what you call a trigger force. So if a player enters the blue, it pushes them back out. So not only is there an invisible collider, but there's also a trigger force on there that pushes you. There's actually, you know, the little beams that that look like you can parkour across to the loop. There's a trigger force on each one of those beams, and you jump on one, it's going to throw you off. I'm such a dick.
Yeah, but all they had to do is read a sign.
All they had to do was read a sign. That's it. Just read a fucking sign.
It says literally, "You are going to die.
You're not going to get this loot.
Do not put in a fucking ticket."
Maybe I should put a ticket in. But yeah, that originally, yeah, it's just a troll thing. It's just to be funny. Originally, that was done again because people just don't fucking read anything we type, anything at all. Like again, like the other day with the store ticket, man. I'm not gonna say names. I want to make fun of the guy, but like in Discord, like the free respec is gone. I'm like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. Go read. I did read. It's gone. I was like, the first sentence literally says, if you're looking for the free respec, I kept that active. Click here to get to it. And he's like, well, I didn't read that. That's the first sentence. What do you mean? I thought you said you read. Like, come on now. Like, so that's all it is. It's just a troll move to get people to fucking learn to start reading. Because something happened between Gen X and Gen Z. Millennials is half and half. Some of them do, some of them don't. But between Gen X and Gen Z, something happened and people just don't physically fucking read anymore. If it's not a YouTube short, they cannot absorb the knowledge for some reason. Like if I could put YouTube shorts throughout the game on my maps, I would do, like in the Welcome Center. Could you imagine, Trigger, if we could have YouTube shorts down there explaining how to play? That'd be great. Like we would never have any questions.
TikToks.
Yeah, we'd never have any questions again. I'm not even trying to be insultive to Gen Z. Like I got one sitting in the next bedroom right here in my house. I'm not even trying to be insultive, but Gen Z cannot digest information anymore unless it's in a short video format. It's the craziest thing I ever saw.
This map is Isotope.
Yeah, it's Isotope. And the thing that drives me nuts about it too is the rest of the world caters to that. And I don't, but the rest of the world does. So like when I'm looking for something like, fuck, how do I change this on my Jeep or unclip this thing on my Jeep? I'll Google it and every result is a fucking YouTube short or a YouTube video. I don't want a YouTube video on it. I just want instructions. Just I can read. Just tell me how to do it. Everything's got to be a fucking YouTube video now.
And even when they read, they skim. That's not reading.
Yeah, so that's not reading.
For bullet points.
Exactly. Even some of my admins. I got Gen Zers on the admin team. You'll type something up, and they'll be like blah blah blah, and I'm like, dude, I literally just typed that. And like, oh, I didn't see that part. Well, how did you not see it? It's only 4 sentences. Like, just read it. Oh, I skimmed it. Like, no, don't skim. Just read.
We have a term on our side. It's called badman. So if you do shit like that, you get trolled. You get called badman. You're a bad admin.
They'll start chanting badman. Yeah, and it's just a generational. Like again, I'm not even saying that like hell. I'm even talking about an admin right now. I'm not even saying they're dumb. They're not dumb. It's literally a generation thing where they have been ingrained in their heads. Like all your information should be digested in short format, video format, preferably, like that kind of stuff. It's insane to me. I literally just don't read anymore. I don't know why we have fucking libraries anymore. And yes, Pancake, you are 100% correct.
Well, I mean, what generation do you think came up with TLDR?
Yeah, exactly. Too long didn't read.
Too long didn't read. How is that even a thing? Read. Come on, people.
Actually, I think it was millennials, honestly, but yeah.
I love when people respond with that. TLDR. I'm like, well, then don't talk to me. Like, if you're not going to read what we're posting, what's the point?
I'm a wordy person when I explain things. And it's funny too, I get made fun of all the time by the admins, like how wordy I am when I explain things, or like my update laws, my announcements, or even me explaining this right now is wordy. But like I do it because I'm one of those people, like I want someone to have everything they need right then and there. I don't like repeating myself. I don't like re-explaining things. So I like to be as detailed as possible when I explain things to people so that there's no question. Like you don't have to come back and ask me a question. It's just there. So it translates into, big update logs or big announcements where I'm over explaining everything, but I've been trained that way because of the fact that I'm so used to dealing with Gen Zs and stuff that don't read that I feel like I have to, like my brain is telling me, nope, you need to explain it in more detail because they're not going to fucking read, they're not going to digest it, but I need to train my brain to just say, they're not even going to fucking read it at all. So you're wasting your time. That's what I really need to do. Need to smoothen that out a little bit, I guess, but it'll be all right for now.
But we digress.
We digress. Nobody reads. All right, where was I at? I started at T11. I start marking off some grids here before the wife gets home with my food, and then I got to dip. So there's T11. South.
What's she bringing you?
Culver's.
I don't know what that is.
It's just a fast food joint, but it's really good. Like really, it tastes like somebody went out in your backyard and fucking grilled that shit on a fucking grill. Really fucking good.
I try and talk my wife into doing breakfast for supper tonight.
I love that shit. One night, dude, we just cooked a whole pound of fucking bacon and some bread, and I just fucking made bacon sandwiches.
We do that all the time. We'll do bacon and eggs, but we'll cook a whole pound, and then I'll have bacon and tomatoes for lunch.
Fuck yeah.
Love it.
All right, this is ready to be tested here. Rocks are good there. Actually, all the way over to this bridge even. Did you like my new bridge I made on Isotope? Pretty cool, right? Not that
your
one.
wife picked up some eggs for those brownies you need.
Oh, I know. The prices of eggs are in there. Like, that's so dumb. Fucking news media.
I love listening to her chirp you.
Oh my god! I purposely hold my mic up just so you guys can get a laugh out of the shit.
I try to do the same, but it doesn't always pick up my wife when she's chirping.
Yeah, it picks mine up all the time, yelling at me.
Dude, I've heard your wife on the phone downstairs, and I can hear her on the mic.
That's a black woman thing, dude. I don't know why they have to be on speakerphone when they talk, but they do, and it is. And then I want the sensitive Gen Zers to, oh my god, he's racist. No, it's just fucking true. They just fucking have to be on speakerphone when they talk for some odd reason.
Hey, it's your wife. You're allowed to chirp your own wife.
Yeah, I can talk shit all I want, but it's true. And like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Although I'll tell you what, I got pissed. She was mad at me the other night because I was showing my ass. You know, like when you get so pissed off at somebody in public that you start making it known almost, like making it very obvious that someone's pissing you off. And then of course your wife's embarrassed. She's like, stop, just stop. And I'm like, no, this is fucking bullshit. So we're at a restaurant the other night, it was like a week ago, and we're waiting for our table. There's only 3 chairs in the little waiting area, and it's fucking cold outside. So we sit down in 2 of the chairs. This fucking big fat chick comes over and sits down next to us. I don't know why I said she was fat. She is, but it's not part of the story, so it doesn't matter. This chick comes and sits next to us, right? And she's a Gen Zer, blatantly. Like, she's probably only 17. She was blatantly a teenager or something, or at least close to being a teenager. And she sits down, and this drives me fucking nuts. First of all, she's on speakerphone in a fucking restaurant. Like, nobody, I don't like that shit in the mall. Nobody wants to fucking hear your conversation, right? But it gets worse. And this is another problem I have with Gen Z. I don't know why they're so addicted to doing this, but they do it. It wasn't just speakerphone, it was video phone. And they all do it. I know damn well you've been out in public and seen these fuckers walking around on their fucking video phone. Like, nobody wants to see your stupid video call, like in the mall or whatever. And so she's sitting next to me and my wife in these 3 chairs that are side by side. waiting for her table on video phone. But it gets worse. It's loud in the restaurant. So here's how she talks. You got to picture this in your head. You ready? She takes the phone on video phone. Keep in mind, on video. So the camera's recording and you can see her friend on the other end. Her friend's driving, by the way, because I can see the video. Her friend's fucking driving and doing this, which they do that shit too, Gen Z. So she holds the phone up to her mouth. You got to picture this, right? Hold it in the palm of your hand with the screen facing upwards towards the ceiling with the microphone right up to your lips, talking to her friend, right? And then when it's her turn to listen to what her friend's saying, she takes, because speakerphone, the sound comes out of the bottom where the mic is instead of the top where your ear would go, right? So when her friend's talking, she takes the speakerphone and holds it up next to the side of her head so that the little speaker at the bottom of the phone where the mic is right up against her ear so she can hear what her friend is saying. So first of all, just the stupidity alone pissed me off. It's like, dude, you're in a restaurant, you're being rude by being on speakerphone anyway, and video phone even worse. I was like, second of all, you are literally taking the microphone, holding it to your mouth, and then taking the speaker and holding it to your ear. If only phones had a separate microphone and speaker so that you could hold them both to your head at the same fucking time, wouldn't that be a novel idea? Oh wait, they already do have that. You just got to take your fucking phone off speakerphone to use them. So instead of holding the phone up to her fucking face and talking on it like a normal phone, she had to do that, right? So I'm already fucking irritated. Like, what the fuck? You dumb fucking Gen Zer. Then it gets worse. Then I realize every time she's holding it up to her head to listen to her friend, it's facing me and my wife. So me and my wife are on her fucking video call this whole time. Like literally, and I'm talking up close. Like she's so close that her shoulder is like touching my wife's shoulder. So the entire conversation, she's videoing, calling with this other chick, me and my wife. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be on your fucking video call. And so my wife's like, why are you getting so irritated to her? It's like whispering to me, like, what's wrong? Why are you getting so irritated? I'm like, this fucking bitch has us on fucking video call. And my wife kind of glances over and sure enough, zoomed in, like my wife's head is taking up the whole fucking screen. I'm like, that's fucking rude. Like you don't put some stranger on a video call with your fucking little butt buddy teenager on the other line. Like that's ridiculous. So like every time she would turn it towards us to listen to her friend, again, just hold the fucking phone up to your head. You don't have to sit there and keep doing this. Every time she would do that, I would stand the fuck up and walk away and loudly, like, I'm not trying to be on somebody's fucking video call. And this bitch wasn't getting the fucking clue. So it escalated and escalated. So I finally fucking called her out. Like, would you turn off your fucking video call, bitch? Nobody wants to be on your fucking phone call. And my wife got mad. But we're talking like 30 minutes of this shit, dude. It went on for 30 fucking minutes.
That's awesome.
It is insane. And you know what I'm talking about. They all do that shit. They put your video call and then they hold the phone up to their mouth and then they hold the speaker up to their mouth. And it's like, dude, your phone has a built-in earpiece and microphone. You can just hold it to your fucking head and talk.
Kind of designed like that.
It's literally designed that way. Like, it drives me. And the point being is, it started where we're talking about my wife and speakerphone because she does the same thing. Her and all her friends do the same thing. They'll get on speakerphone and they'll do that same thing where they hold the microphone to their mouth and then they hold the speaker to their ear. And it's like, dude, just turn it to phone.
I know what this conversation's about.
Oh, yes, you fucking do. Goddamn Gen Z are going to... A Gen Zer enters the chat. I'm just bitching.
So don't be talking shit unless it's doing another.
Yeah. Oh, you can talk shit about Gen Zers. I'm trying to get these last couple squares here done up so I can push it live. Oh, the wife's pulling in. You guys are about to lose me soon. I can go all the way down to... Fuck, because that river's good. Could probably use another rock right there.
You got plans tonight or some shit, T?
Are you asking me out or what's going on?
No, you said
you're date night.
No,
yeah, we're gonna. As soon as I'm done eating, actually, we're gonna go test this helicopter shit I wanted to test.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's fast food. It ain't gonna take me long. All right, so I can mark off these squares all the way down to. Oh wait, I'm back at T11 again. What the fuck?
What kind you get though?
Culver's.
Never heard of that.
And I am not a fan. I don't eat fast food. I hate fast food.
That's for you.
Listen, you hear?
Yeah.
She's talking to the dog. She sings to the dog when she comes home.
Hey, my German Shepherd's my best friend too, man.
Oh, me too, man.
That dog is glued to my side.
I have a dog.
Yeah, Ward, I fucking hate that shit, man. Phones drive me crazy. Like, don't fucking call me unless it really fucking needs to be on the phone. All right, I think I'm legit. I can go all the way down to here, honestly.
I remember having a conversation with my daughter. She was trying to get a hold of I think her aunt or something. She says, "Yeah, I don't know. She's not answering me. I've texted her. I've Instagrammed her. I've sent her an Insta message." I'm like, "Okay, but did you call her?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "That thing in your fucking hand is a phone. Call her."
God
I don't
forbid.
do that.
These
When
raid
do
islands should be
kids
good.
forget that phones are phones.
It's insane, dude. It really is insane. For something so small and trivial that it could have been done in a text. That drives me nuts too. Just fucking text me the question. If it's a yes or no question, you have no reason to call me.
100%.
Just zero reason. Actually, I need to
Or if
uncheck
it's
this.
a simple, "I'm on my way," just send me that shit in a message.
Let me know.
But if you need me to respond and I don't respond to a text, pick up the fucking phone.
Right.
Like if it's that important that I need to talk to you or you need to talk to me, just pick up the phone if I don't answer a text. That's what it's there for.
Or if you're going to decline my call, fucking tell me why you declined the call.
Yeah, right.
Because it's obvious you declined it. Like I declined your call the other day, but I immediately text you, "Okay, I'm on my way." Like,
Exactly.
just didn't want to wake the wife up because she was sleeping. All right,
Yeah,
so
by the way,
let
you
me-
need to set your voicemail up.
no, I purposely don't have it set up.
I remember one time I was calling you and you couldn't text me back because I kept on.
Oh yeah, it was so quick. Yeah, I purposely don't have it set up because I don't want voicemails. I fucking hate voicemail. Now, if they would change it so that you don't have to clear your voicemails to get rid of the notification on your phone, then I would enable it. But right now, if you don't physically dial in and blah blah blah, press 7 to blah blah blah, and do all that shit and delete the actual voicemail physically, then the notification is permanent on your fucking phone screen. And I'm one of those people, I can't have notifications anywhere. Discord, phone, anything. I got to clear them all. So I don't have my voicemail set up on purpose because I get like 17 spam calls a day. And I'm not even exaggerating. And every single one of them is a computer. So they're going to fucking leave a blank voicemail, you know, like just of nothing. I would go absolutely insane, dude. I would have to sit there and clear my fucking voicemails constantly every day to get rid of the notification. And I would lose my fucking shit. Said, yeah, I'd do that shit too, man. Send a picture of the damn GPS. God, I'm getting bitched out like crazy right now.
By the wife or by the Mac?
Yeah, because the food's going to get cold. I'm trying to save this and upload it so it can be booting while I'm down there eating, but she's not listening to me.
She's like, come up there and throw it at you. Shane.
I don't care. It ain't going to be nothing.
Careful,
new.
he's talking shit.
I am not talking shit, babe. Don't listen to Trigger.
He's talking shit again.
I am not talking
Right,
any
man.
shit. Trigger's
I'm on
lying.
T-side.
Trigger's lying. Listen to
He
Chappie.
talk. Fuck Chappie.
What? What? You hear that?
I heard
Yeah, I missed
something.
She's threatening violence on me now. Trigger trying to stop you from getting your ass beat. I'm coming. I'm trying to hold the fuck on. Oh my God. It's like I have another mother.
The man needs to save.
God have mercy. Y'all see
How
this
did you
shit?
say that about her?
I didn't say shit. Shut the fuck up. You're trying to get me killed. Did I mention she's from Detroit? Don't be stealing my damn onion rings. What the fuck? Oh my God. Look what you
Now
guys
you
are.
really got to get down there.
Jesus Christ.
He's
All right.
not there. They're fair game.
That's bullshit.
Nah, I disagree. Onion rings are off limits. Come on.
I just realized the stream's still on.